count on them for all the proven plants which grow well in our sometimes challenging area. Their talented and knowledgeable staff is always there to help you and answer questions about your gardening needs. Drive a little, save a lot. Come visit Great Gardens 1 mile west of Main Street in Torrington.
Unfortunately, end-of-life expenses can be unexpected. Pre-planning for that unfortunate time can not only save a lot of headache, but also a hedge against the certainty of prices going up. Bridgman Funeral Home and Jones Mortuary can help you make the decisions now that will ultimately make a tough time a little easier on your family. Bridgman Funeral Home and Jones Mortuary can guide you through the end-of-life process with a low-pressure, easy-to-understand approach. At Bridgman Funeral Home, you are family, and that is how we approach everything we do. Bridgman Family Funeral Home and Jones Mortuary, here for you now when you need it later.
Saving money in your next staining project with 11% off everything at Menards. Choose Cabot Australian Timber Oil Wood Stain to provide translucent, rich color and dimension to decks, siding, railings, and outdoor furniture. Available in 5 natural wood-toned colors. Get 11% off all Cabot Australian Timber Oil now at Menards. Good through June 4th. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Here's your forecast from the Platte Valley Bank Weather Center. Lows it down to about 51. Tonight, under partly cloudy skies, southwesterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Chance for scattered storms. Tomorrow, highs of a low of around 82, a blend of clouds and sun. 50 tomorrow night, slight chance for scattered thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on KNED 960 and 100.3 FM. Currently, it's 78 degrees.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of KAB or the Nebraska Rural Radio Association. KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
Test. Everything sound good? All right.
This is the Platte Valley Company's pregame show, brought to you by the Platte Valley Companies, your premier provider of financial services. Live from the Logos broadcast booth, it's the Platte Valley Company's pregame show.
Pioneers baseball is back on the air. My name is Carson Trail, live from the Logos broadcast booth. Today is Game 3 of this three-game series between the CageRats Baseball Club of Colorado Springs and the Western Nebraska Pioneers. The CageRats took Game 1 15-8 on Friday night. The Pioneers were competitive early but could not gain enough momentum to ultimately make it a close finish. Game 2 yesterday, the Pioneers led 10-0 at the bottom of the second, and then the rain came down and the tarp was pulled. That'll be resumed at a later date. And now Game 3 is just about to get underway at Oregon Trail Park. The Pioneers are hoping to even the series, and they'll send Tyler Bryant, their ace, with hopes of ending the homestand with a win. We'll be back for more on our Platte Valley Company's pregame show in just a moment.
Look like a team, work like a team with professional uniforms from Ideal Linen and Uniform. Shirts, pants, coveralls, lab coats, scrubs, cook shirts, aprons, and much more. Ideal also offers flame-retardant garments and feature the Ideal Connect tracking system. So when your uniforms are sent for laundry service, they will be tracked and returned professionally, cleaned and pressed. For a free quote and to see our entire line, go to ideallinen.com or stop by 506 South Beltline Highway in Scottsbluff. Locally owned and operated for over 100 years.
Wells Fargo Advisors has been built around a deep respect for planning. Our commitment to helping you plan effectively, invest wisely, and map a realistic course to your future is nowhere more evident than our Envision planning process. Put the process to work for you, and we'll be with you every step of the way. Call financial advisor Ryan Windhorst today at 632-7561. That's 632-7561.
Investment in insurance products, not FDIC insured. No bank guarantee may lose value. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services LLC, member SIPC.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fit just right.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
Live from the Logos broadcast booth, we have another edition of our Scottsbluff screen printing pregame interview featuring the head coach of the Pioneers, Brendan Nelson. Thank you, Nelly, very much for joining us. We're coming off a rather unusual affair. The Pios were up 10-0 in the second inning yesterday when the rain came down and the tarp was pulled. That game is going to be supposedly resumed at a later time. First, the good stuff. How reassuring was it to see the offense really come out of the gate hard?
It was really good, especially after coming off of a loss, and in my opinion, it was a bad loss. The scoreboard didn't reflect. Yeah, we lost, 15-8, whatever it was, but it felt like 300-8. Like we did not play well. We were not locked in like I'd like us to be. So it was really good to see us jump out. It felt like all day yesterday we had better attitude in pregame, during game, everything, you name it. I felt like everything was just a lot more locked in, and things just clicked a lot better, and that's the kind of team that I need us to be.
What's it going to take for the team to be locked in today?
Kind of the same thing, just not worry about the what we got into a couple nights ago. They were too concerned with getting into a chirp war with the other team. That brought us out of our own game. We were too concerned with things that we shouldn't even be worried about. And so today we got to do the same thing and just put up good at bats, be good, clean defensively, and attack the strike zone as a pitching staff, and I think we're going to be just fine.
What's the balance you're hoping to strike between kind of getting a little bit too into the other team, or using that as another source of fuel and kind of energy source?
Yeah, so it's college baseball. Chirping is kind of part of it, but there's definitely a line, and I felt like we went over it a couple days ago where it was just. We were too concerned with that aspect of the game instead of the game itself. And so I'm all for letting the guys have fun, and I want them to enjoy their time here, but we've got to be able to reel it in and understand that we're here to try and do something as well. We had a good talk about it after the loss, and I felt that it showed yesterday, and, I don't feel like we need to have the conversation again. I am hoping that the same team that showed up last night is the team that shows up today as well.
And leading that team on the mound is going to be Tyler Bryant, who was incredible his last start, despite what you might have said is not really his best stuff. What does it do for the dugout today, having the ace going as the stopper?
I mean, everyone knows when Tyler goes, it's going to be a tough day for any team that faces him. Plus stuff, even like I said, even in his last outing, he didn't have his best stuff, and he was still really freaking good. So you're talking about a guy who can get through 6 innings of one-run baseball with not his best stuff, 10 strikeouts, I believe he had. And so if we get a fully locked in Tyler Bryant today, it could be even more electric than the last time, and the last time was pretty damn good. So, you got a really good, anytime you send a guy to the mound, you feel like you don't have to do too much as an offense, and I feel like that's, our guys' attitude, know that Tyler's going to go shut things down, and it's just going to be awesome to watch him throw again.
Well, Coach, thank you very much. This has been our Scottsbluff Screen Printing pregame interview. See Shane and his crew at Scottsbluff Screen Printing for all of your summer sports needs. Back for more on our Platte Valley Company's pregame show in just a moment.
Maximize your vehicle's engine protection with professional-grade filtration at Russell's Automotive at Scottsbluff. When you have a MicroGuard oil, air, or cabin filter installed from Russell's Automotive, you will receive a prepaid Visa for each filter, up to $20 from now through June 30th. It's a simple, short rebate form that can either be submitted online or mailed in. Get up to a $20 rebate and save with your oil change service this summer. Request your appointment today by calling 308-635-4065 or by going online to russellsautomotive.com.
It takes a lot to run your business, and a lot has changed. What hasn't changed is the professional partnership with your business in E&H CPAs and Management Consultants. When you include our team, we will develop a plan to assist you with your accounting, tax planning, valuation services, and even litigation support and exit planning. Then you can focus on day-to-day responsibilities. Troy Hilliard will guide your business into the future. E&H CPAs and Management Consultants PC. Innovative, trusted, proven. 308-633-6800.
The Simmons Olson Law Firm has been a proud member of the Scottsbluff Gearing community for decades. The 10 lawyers and 8 staff members are committed to the Panhandle. The Simmons Olson Law Firm sets the standard in legal representation to help you solve problems and provides help and monetary support to many organizations in our community, whether supporting our student athletes in schools or the many organizations that help those in need. The lawyers and staff of the Simmons Olson Law Firm are committed to making our communities thrive.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
Part 2 of our pregame show here from the Logos broadcast booth. This is our second Scottsbluff screen printing pregame interview featuring Griffin Robinson, yesterday's DH and third baseman for the Pioneers. Griffin, you hit your first home run in a Pioneers uniform, albeit it won't count until the outcome of the game is finalized. How'd that home run feel?
It felt good. Coming back from injury, or somewhat coming back from injury, it really felt good leading off the inning and be able to get a run for us.
Yeah, it's so important to get momentum, especially early on in this game. What's the energy of the dugout? It's a little bit of a weird situation coming off, scoring 10 in a couple of innings, more on the way, and then just having the tarp come on so early on in the game. Like, how important is it to maintain kind of the energetic vibes and the momentum heading into today?
It's really important for us. I mean, we want to win, but no matter the circumstance, we got a bunch of dogs in the dugout, and we just want to come out there and whoop tail. So
love to see it. Speaking of one of the dogs on this team, Tyler Bryant, he gets the ball today. What's it like to see a guy who's likely going to sign a professional contract go about his business?
It's awesome to watch, man. It's you don't get to see that every day, and he might be a great baseball player, but he's also a great dude off the field. You see him whenever he's not pitching, he's working on the field, and he's making sure everybody stays on track, and he's just a true leader, and it's a fun sight to see him throw.
Do you see a lot of the younger arms kind of following his example?
I do. I see a lot of the younger guys asking for advice, and they listen to him because
always pays to lead by example. Tyler Bryant takes the ball for the Pioneers today. And thank you very much, Griffin Robinson. This has been our Scottsbluff screen printing pregame interview. We'll be back for more on our Platte Valley Company's pregame show, including the anthem and the lineups next.
Ready to step into homeownership? Platte Valley Bank can help you take advantage of every adventure. Whether you're building, buying, or moving up, we have the home loan to fit your needs. You have plans, goals, and dreams for your future home? Let our friendly mortgage lenders help guide you down the right path for the perfect home loan. You belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Community banking for you.
Panhandle weather can be unpredictable. I'm Dean Kemerzel, and at J.G. Elliott Insurance Center, we offer crop hail insurance that provides the proper risk management to help you weather the storm all season long. Give me a call at 308-633-9724 or visit us at jgelliott.com.
J.G. Elliott Insurance Center, a Platte Valley company.
Fun facts about owning your own hot tub, courtesy of High Plains Spas and Recreation. Relaxing in your spa before bed helps soothe your aches and pains, allowing for a deeper, more rewarding sleep. Hot Spring Spas offers features like entertainment systems with Bluetooth capability, waterfalls, LED lighting, volcano jets, and more. Yes, sleeping like a baby is just one great reason, but there's plenty more. Stay tuned or stop into High Plains Spas and Recreation, where they sell fun. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, 1725 East Overland, Scottsbluff.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
We had our national anthem just a few moments ago here at Oregon Trail Park. Now to get into the starting lineups. For the hosting Pioneers in Game 3, it's going to be Coy Carpenter leading off and playing center field. Garrett Esposito is in left field, batting second. Isaiah Gibbs is in right field, batting third. Hunter McCollum is at third base. He's batting cleanup. Michael Asensio, with a couple of hits yesterday before the game was rained out, he is batting fifth and playing first base. Aiden Orr is at second base, once again batting sixth. Jacob Lang, the catcher, bats seventh. Austin Burkhoff is playing shortstop and batting eighth. And the DH, Garrett Fisher, is batting ninth. For the visiting CageRats Baseball Club of Colorado Springs, Holden Yatzlau, Blake Wilson, and Boston Kellner will be the front three in center field, shortstop, and on the mound in respective order. Matthew Lemke Matt Hansen and Ben Tate, the 4, 5, 6 hitters in right field. At second base and at first base, 7, 8, 9. Tanner Peary at third base. Nick Carlson behind the plate. Jake Pacheco in left field. Or rather, yes, and Jake Pacheco in left field. And there's a ball missing low to the leadoff man, Holden Yatzlau. Tyler Bryant working very quickly, and he misses low again, not by how much. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. The opening pitch is brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. It's love at 425 degrees, and the 2-0 is a called strike on the outside corner. And don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club for a sweet deal. 2-1 now. Tyler Bryant to Holden Yatzlau, a left-handed batter. And Yatzlau checks his swing on a changeup. That one's down and out of the zone, glances off the glove of the catcher Jacob Lang, and trickles out toward the third base dugout. 3-1. Here's the pitch, and there's a swinging strike, too. That looks like the slider. And Yatzlau swung over the top of it. Just underway here in the first inning of Game 3. Game 2 was rained out, so the Pioneers playing for the weekend split. Swing and a softly hit ball back up the middle and into center field, a base hit. That was a changeup that Yatzlau hit very gently. But unfortunately for the Pioneers, nobody was playing directly up the middle, and that ground ball had eyes to start out this game.
Baseball fans, it's currently 4:34 and 80 degrees here in the ballpark. Next batter up.
We're beginning a couple of minutes ahead of schedule today. First pitch at 4:33. The weather today is fantastic. Game time temperature at about 70 degrees, much improved from yesterday, and the flag is drooping straight down, no wind in the ballpark. And the first pitch to Blake Wilson is a swing and a miss. A fastball over the outside corner. Tyler Bryant, after a fantastic season debut, steps off and throws to first, and the speedy Yatzlau dives back in safely. No balls, 1 strike. Tyler Bryant, working from the center of the rubber, the right-hander sets out the belt. Now he kicks in, he deals, and that one just blown right by him again. Wilson swings and misses, and it's 0-2. Wilson at shortstop for the second straight official game. He went 0 for 5 in Game 1 with a hat trick. So he's trying to get off the schneid here officially. The 0-2 is a very late swing and a foul straight back. That was a fastball in the upper and outer part of the strike zone. Not quite high enough to induce a missed bat there. Blake Wilson batting right-handed, and there's a step off and a throw to first, and once again Yatzlau dives back in. The middle infielders, Burkhoff at short and Orr at second, playing at double play depth. Another 0-2 pitch. Slider hit in the air to right field. Very shallow. Aiden Orr waving off the right fielder Gibbs, and he reaches up to make the catch. So Blake Wilson manages to avoid another strikeout, but he is retired on a fly ball.
Next batter for the CageRats, the pitcher, University of Louisville commit number 7, Boston Kellner.
So now it's going to be Boston Kellner, a very dangerous right-handed batter. He played third base, or started at third in the past couple of games, but now he is on the mound, a two-way player committed to Louisville against the established Tyler Bryant. The first pitch, a nasty slider right at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Looks like Kellner bailed out a little bit early there. This is probably the toughest at-bat that Kellner's had in his very young career. Tyler Bryant, an established college arm, against the emerging superstar. There's a swing and a foul off. That was another slider. Kellner stayed in there a little bit, but just got a piece, and it's 0-2. 1 out, runner at first. 0-0 the score. Top of the first inning, Yatzlau takes his lead. Kellner, or rather a step off and a throw to first, and Yatzlau once again dives back. Kellner only got 1 hit in his season debut for the CageRats in Game 1, but that hit proved to be the dagger, a little seeing-eye ground ball single to not get a pair. And the runner goes on the next pitch, slide step, fastball, fouled off to the right side. A late swing from Kellner, but he stays alive. Still 0-2. Matthew Lemke, the cleanup man who's playing in right field, is on deck. Still 0-2. Here's the pitch. The runner does not go, and the slider misses below the knees. It looks like the Kellner is starting to size that up a bit better. Bryant working very hard to get the first out of this inning after the leadoff single. Another 1-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a foul straight back. That was a fastball over the inside corner. Kellner, once again, just holding on by a fingernail. Just underway here in the first inning at Oregon Trail Park. Tyler Bryant looks at first, now comes set, and steps off. Wasn't really on the same page that time with Jacob Lang. The rest of the defense behind Bryant, Esposito, Carpenter, and Gibbs from left to right in the outfield, McCollum at third, Burkhoff at short, or at second, Asensio at first, and Lang doing the catching. And the 1-2 pitch is a fastball, swung and fouled out of play. So Kellner putting together another tenacious at-bat for CageRats here in the top of the first. That's going to be the key for them today, is get Tyler Bryant to really work his pitch count. The long hold in the set. Now the 1-2 is swung and drilled to left field. Back goes Esposito. He reaches up and it's over his head. It one hop up against the 362-foot marker. He plays the carom and fires it in toward third base, rounding second Yatzlau, and he's going to get it into third standing. Boston Kellner, a ringing one-out double against Tyler Bryant. And now the CageRats once again have a threat. Second and third with only one out. Not the start that Bryant and the Pioneers were looking for here. That'll bring up Matthew Lemke. Now Lemke has easily been the toughest out this series. He walked yesterday and has in fact not been retired going back to game one. A couple of extra base hits and now a quartet of walks as he takes strike one at the knees. Lemke, right-handed batter. He's got power and lots of plate discipline. Bryant now has to pitch for the strikeout. Yatzlau at third, Kellner at second. A check on the runners. Now the pitch in the dirt. And a nice block by Lang to keep that one from trickling away from him. That was a slider that messed up the chalk of the opposite batter's box. 1-1. So important to keep attacking Tyler Bryant. The veteran righty deals. Swing and a hard hit ball through the left side, a base hit. Yatzlau is in to score. The ball dies in the outfield grass. Kellner rounds third and he comes in to score. And it's a two-run single for Matthew Lemke. And that's not what the Pios were hoping to see. Tyler Bryant, the ace and the intended stopper here in this three-game series, has been clipped here in the first. Matthew Lemke continues to torment the Pioneers. So now Matt Hansen, who was 2 for 6 in game one. The first pitch, Bryant, and there's a foul back to the screen, a high fastball. Hansen batting left-handed, lots of power. His 2 hits on Friday night, a home run and a double. He's got power to all fields, the lefty open stance. The pitch on the way is a slider that just misses it. It's 1-1. 2-0 CageRats here in the top of the first inning. Bryant looks in, gets his sign, steps off, throws to first, nearly loses his footing on the pitcher's mound, but still makes an accurate throw. In any case, it's not nearly in time to get Lemke. 1-1. Bryant delivers, swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, shallow. Esposito measuring it, now backpedals toward the line, makes the catch. He'll throw flat-footed toward the second baseman, or rather the shortstop cutoff man Burkhoff. And Lemke scurries back to first. That was a tough play. The wind is starting to push the ball out towards left field again. So the relatively easy outfield conditions were short-lived. Now Ben Tate. Right-handed batter, he's playing at first base today, and he watches a fastball go by below the knees for ball one. 2-0 CageRats here on the top of the first. Not the start that Tyler Bryant nor the Pioneers wanted. Runner in first, 2 men out. The runner takes off. The pitch is low in the dirt, and it gets away from Lang. Lemke, who was in at second regardless with the jump of a lifetime, ends up popping from his slide and thinking about third, but ultimately content with his 1 stolen base. Trying to get some momentum in his primary lead, and he timed his shuffle perfectly with the stretch of Bryant. So now, a runner in scoring position for Tate. Tate drove in 4 in game 1, and he's no stranger to being in these situations, and he bounces this one foul down the third base line, 2-1. On deck, Tanner Peary. Ben Tate, big, strong right-handed batter, up against Tyler Bryant. Lemke now at second base. Both middle infielders keeping him close. The pitch is a called strike. It pops out of the glove of Lang, but not enough to discourage the home plate umpire from making the right call. 2-2. Bryant gets his sign. Now deals way outside, a fastball missing badly. He just kind of reared back and let that one fly. That was probably his hardest pitch of the evening, but it ended up missing nowhere near the strike zone. 3-2. A base open, and Tanner Peary, who's hitless this series, on deck. Here's the payoff pitch, and it is swung and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Tyler Bryant, but 2 runs come across to score, assisted by a big double from Boston Kellner and a 2-run single from Matt Lemke. We'll now head to the last of the first inning. It is the CageRats 2 and the Pioneers coming up on the West Coast scoreboard.
Do your lawn a favor this year by applying the nutrients it craves. Jordan Lawn and Garden products are specifically designed for our region's high alkaline soils. Westco produces a variety of Jordan products which will ensure your grass is getting all the proper nutrients necessary for the healthiest lawn you've ever had. Visit your nearest Westco location for more information on quality Jordan products. Westco. Service, solutions, success.
Westco's your best value through and through.
Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Scotts Bluff supports the Western Nebraska Pioneers, treating your chiropractic needs from newborn to 100 years old. Dr. Levi Bolin can treat all your hurts, pains, aches, and injuries. If you're experiencing pain in your head, neck, shoulders, arms, mid, or lower back, or down your legs, call for an appointment today. Advantage Chiropractic is also fully certified with Optum VA. If you know a veteran that needs chiropractic care, call Levi today. Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture, 308-633-1425. Go Pios.
The days of internet contracts and heavy fine print are over. It's time to experience hassle-free service with no contracts or hidden fees. That's the Allo promise. Allo Communications provides fiber internet, TV, and phone services with fair and no-nonsense pricing. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, 24/7 local support 365 days a year, and a monthly bill you can count on. Don't settle for gimmicks. Settle for hassle-free with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/hassle-free.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
Last of the first inning from the Logos broadcast booth. My name's Carson Trail. It'll be Coy Carpenter, Garrett Esposito, and Isaiah Gibbs to lead things off against Boston Kellner. Kellner standing at an even 6 feet, 175 pounds, has kind of a weird crossfire delivery. The right-hander who played first base the first couple of games this series. Now he has a chance to prove that he's worth the pedigree as a Louisville commit from the mound. He's got a fastball with some life, a good curveball, and a sinker. He really is an uncomfortable at bat, especially for righties. So he's really a guy that knows how to work north to south, and his nifty arm slot allows him to work east to west as well. To face him first, Carpenter. Defensively behind Boston Kellner. The outfield from left to right, Jake Pacheco, Holden Yatzlau, and Matt Lemke. The first pitch is a called strike on the outside corner with a sinker. Tanner Peary is at third. It is Blake Wilson at short, Matt Hansen at second, and Ben Tate at first. Nick Carlson in the squad putting down the signs as there's another sinker. Swung on and missed by Carpenter, strike 2. Carpenter, so crucial that he's the guy to get on base. As Kellner working from the windup, third base side of the rubber, shakes off the catcher, now deals. Up and away. That was the four-seamer. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now, the pitch is a big curveball and an off-balance swing from Carpenter, but he manages to spoil it foul up and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup and pitch on the way, swinging and a bouncing ball out towards second base. A big hop for Hansen, who on the run tosses overhand to first. 1 out. So Carpenter, who's often the guy to spearhead the effort on offense, has been set down. And up next, Garrett Esposito. Our keys to the game are brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty on every new vehicle from Team Auto. As Garrett Esposito takes a strike, a fastball in the outside corner. The key to this game is the bats maintaining the same level of intensity. They scored 10 across the first 2 innings, and there's a shot and a diving stop by Tanner, or rather, attempt by Tanner Peary. Gets off his glove and heads down the left field line. Pacheco races over to cut it off, and he'll do so successfully. That holds Garrett Esposito to a ripped 1-out single. So Esposito just honed in on that low sinker and smashed it right past Peary. And now Isaiah Gibbs. Gibbs got the day off yesterday, or rather 2 days ago, but he's back in the lineup tonight. Lots of power, and he takes a breaking ball up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. The Pioneers trail 2-0 here in the home first, and it's so crucial that they're able to answer back. Slide step swing and a flare down the right field line. It is slicing, and it is a fair ball. Esposito got a really late jump, so he's going to make the turn and try for third base anyway. Matt Lemke up with the ball down the line. He tosses it towards second. And it's a 1-out single to put runners at the corners. Here come the Pioneers in the last of the first. Nice piece of hitting by Isaiah Gibbs, not trying to do too much with what Kellner gave him, even early in the count. Isaiah Gibbs just allowing that to fall. Garrett Esposito, I don't think he would have been able to score even if he had read that all the way. Such an advantage to have that speed. And now Hunter McCollum, right-handed batter, takes a strike on the low outside corner with a fastball. McCollum got the day off yesterday and went 0 for 4 with the sac fly in game 1. And a step-off throw to first, and Gibbs, who was just taking his lead back easily. Kellner sets just above the belt. Highlight kick in the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Hunter McCollum just a little bit tardy on that one. Right-handed batter. He's got some good pop, but he really makes his mark with the bat-to-ball skills. Infield double play depth. The pitch on the way is swung and missed, strike 3. A half fastball up and in, and McCollum looked overmatched. First strikeout in a big spot for Kellner, and that'll bring up Michael Asensio. So now Michael Asensio trying to pick up his teammate, swings very late at the first pitch fastball and sprays it foul down the right field line. 0-1. 2-0 the Pios trail. A base hit or a CageRats mistake could mean a run. Things really spiraled out of control for Colorado Springs yesterday early on in the game, but that game not drawn to conclusion due to the rainout. And the 0-1 is way outside. That was a fastball, and it's 1-1. Those are the kinds of misses you'll get from Kellner with that low three-quarter release and a crossfire delivery as the right-hander. Here's the pitch, and a big breaking ball outside as well. 2 balls, 1 strike to the right-handed batting Asensio. Asensio, hopefully he's starting to heat up. He got a couple of base knocks before the rainout yesterday. The sun shining down here through the cloud covering. Slide step in the pitch. Inside, and that nearly got Asensio in his dome. He just kind of turned his head out of the way, and were it not for that being a curveball, he would have worn that. 3-1. Esposito at third, or rather, Gibbs at first. Slide step in the pitch. Breaking ball, a called strike. Asensio didn't agree at first, but he's back in there. Now the runner at first, Gibbs, will take off. Ben Tate holding. Here's the pitch. There he goes, swinging a bouncing ball down the third base line. A backhanded stab by Peary from foul ground. He throws across the diamond to first in time to get him. A nice play by Tanner Peary. And the Pioneers strain the pair. We head to the second inning. 2-0 they trail on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Wells Fargo Advisors, we've found that clients appreciate a planning process that adjusts to the twists and turns of their lives. If you're rethinking your life's goals, the Envision process can help you try on your ideas before committing to them. Maybe you're thinking about retiring early or starting your own business. Your Envision plan can tell you how adding a goal like that could affect your ability to reach your objectives. For more information, call Ryan Windhorst today at 632-7561. Again, that's 632-7561.
Investment in insurance products, not FDIC.
Why bank at a local community bank? When you choose a local community bank, you keep money in our local economy. That money helps support local jobs, schools, and businesses. Money that helps fund a stronger and prosperous community for us all to enjoy and live in. At Platte Valley Bank, we are here to help build and support the community we love being a part of. We believe that together, we can make great things happen. Platte Valley Bank.
Top of the second inning, Tyler Bryant goes back to work against the leadoff man, Tanner Peary, who made a nice defensive stop at third base, and Peary takes a called strike with the slider. 2-0 the Pioneers trail after Tyler Bryant gets clipped in the first, and another slider is in there for a called strike too. So Peary quickly behind, and he's yet to take the bat off his shoulders. Bryant working very quickly, and Peary swings and misses, strike three. 3 sliders, and got him to swing at the last one down and out of the strike zone. So very quickly, Tyler Bryant punches the ticket of the first man he faces. Up next, the catcher, Nick Carlson. Bryant's windup, and the first pitch is a late swing at a fastball out of play. Sent down the right field line. 0-1. Bryant pitches, swing, and a ground ball out towards second. A polite bounce for Aiden Orr, who's up with it, and he throws him out at first. So that's what the doctor ordered for Tyler Bryant. 2 very quick outs here in the second. So now the number 9 hitter, a left-handed batter, Jake Pacheco. Pacheco went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts in game 1, and the first pitch is way outside and high. A rare arm side miss with the fastball. It's 1-0. 2 outs here in the second, nobody on. The pitch, low and inside. Kind of tried to overcompensate there with the fastball. 2-0. Holden Yatzlow, the leadoff man, on deck. The windup from Bryant. And the pitch is a slider right in there at the knees. That's how you know that Bryant is really humming. Not only can he get that fastball over in any count, but the breaking ball, that sharp slider. He can lay on that for a strike as well, as the 2-1 is outside and high. That time the changeup. Bryant looks in, now quickly begins his windup, and the 3-1 is low and inside, ball 4. Bryant really is kind of in a spot where he needs to slow things down. He worked through that at bat with a great deal of urgency. He's a guy who really gets locked in, and at times that he can work perhaps a bit too efficiently for his own good, he might tell you. So with the 2-out walk, here is Holden Yatzlow, who singled and scored back in that 2-run first inning. The first pitch, low and inside again. Jacob Lang still biding his time behind home plate, not wanting to disturb the aspiring professional from his line of work. Pacheco at first, got some speed. The same can be said for Yatzlow, a second straight lefty. The pitch, inside, and very quickly, Bryant has lost touch with the strike zone. 2 outs. 1 man on, 2-0 the Pioneers trail. Here's the set. Step off throw to first, and It is in the dirt, but smothered by Asensio as he digs it out. Still 2-0. Bryant sets at the belt. He kicks and deals. And there's a swing and a miss. Good changeup over the inner half. 2-1 the count. Bryant comes set. Steps off in a little lighter of a toss to first and diving in safely once again, Jake Pacheco. Yatzlau, the leadoff man. A multi-hit game in Friday's contest. Trying to keep things going. An open stance for the left-handed batter. The 2-1 pitch is swung and rolled foul toward the first base dugout. 2-2. That was a slider that bored in on the hands of Yatzlau. 2-2. Pacheco shuffles off of first. Yatzlau waiting. The set. Bryant. A long hold, kicks and deals. Slider outside. Missed badly with that one, 3-2. Now Pacheco will get a head start over there at first. Outfield playing deep in no doubles configuration. Nobody holding Pacheco on any longer. Yatzlau waiting. Bryant, the payoff pitch is high and inside ball 4. Jacob Lang wanted that one down and in the zone and in the dirt. And that's going to prompt a mound visit. 2 straight base on balls from the veteran Tyler Bryant. So Brandon Nelson doesn't like what he sees from the ace early on. And a concerning sign, to say the least. The Pioneers already trail, looking to turn to Bryant as their stopper, their ace. Bryant's had a very illustrious career so far, and this is surely not the only hurdle he's encountered. Across nearly 160 innings for Ottawa University after transferring from Lake Erie College, he totaled north of 200 strikeouts and a 179 batting average against. He dominated against North Platte to open this 6-game homestand in Game 1, and now he has a chance to finish it. Tyler Bryant, with the meeting now adjourned, all 4 infielders and the catcher, Lang, they all return to their respective positions. That was probably just to give Bryant a breather ahead of facing Blake Wilson. Wilson popped out in his previous at-bat, and with the stats not being recorded yesterday, he is yet to notch a hit. 2-0, 2 men on, 2 men out, the pitch. High and tight. That's not exactly where Tyler Bryant was looking to miss with that one. That forced Wilson to bend out of danger. Bryant sets from the stretch. And there's a swing and a miss. That was a changeup down and out of the strike zone. 1-1. Boston Kellner, the dangerous right-handed batter, due up next. 2-0, the Pioneers trail. Bryant trying to keep it that way and to keep those 2 walks from turning into runs. Swing and a line drive in the right field, a base hit. Charging in Gibbs. He's up with the ball very quickly. He's going to throw home. It is on a couple of bounces, too late. As rounding third, Pacheco comes in to score. And that is an RBI single for Blake Wilson. His first hit is a big one to make it 3-0 CageRats. So, man, things quickly going from bad to worse for Tyler Bryant. 3 across, and the CageRats still threatening. That was after a mound visit, too. Boston Kellner, who had a long at-bat that resulted in a ringing double deep to left field, now facing Bryant. The first pitch is a foul back to the screen. He was all over that fastball. And if that had been about belt high instead of letter high, this could be a very different ball game. A run across. It is Yatzlau at second and Wilson at first. The 4th hit and 3rd run of the ball game coming for the CageRats just on the batter previous. And there's a swinging strike 2. A slider down and out of the strike zone. It's very clear that Boston Kellner is sitting dead red fastball. We'll see how he adjusts or how Bryant adjusts to counter. And now time is called by Kellner, looking to step out and reassess. Aiden Orr set to lead things off for the Pioneers if Bryant's able to get him into the dugout. The pitch is in the dirt, picked out by Lang. And after an extra shuffle by Yaxlow off of second base, who runs well, he ultimately scurries back to first before Lang can think about making a throw. Bryant, 2 looks at second, delivers in the dirt. Tried to get him to chase the slider again, and it's 2-2. 3 runs, 4 hits for the CageRats as they try to take the series from the Pioneers. Bryant sets. 2 glances at second, now the pitch. Swing and a chopper foul. An off-balance swing at a low fastball, and it's still 2-2. The dangerous Matthew Lemke on deck, who has reached base every at-bat this series. Kellner, the pitcher today on the Louisville commit, waits. Here's Bryant pitching. Swing and a bouncing ball out towards shortstop. It is Burkhoff who underhands to Orr covering second. He goes the easy way to record the final out. A run on 2 walks and a base knock by Blake Wilson extends the CageRats lead to 3-0 as we head to the last of the second on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Team GMC, we promise you cannot buy the wrong vehicle. We want our customers to feel confident in their purchase decision. Most vehicles come with a 7-day, 500-mile, no questions asked guarantee. That's right. Most vehicle purchases come with a 7-day, 500-mile, no questions asked guarantee. Team GMC. No games, no gimmicks. You just can't buy the wrong vehicle. Team GMC in Scottsbluff. Shop online right now at teamautocenter.net. GMC, we are professional grade.
Garden Fresh strawberry sweetness at Perkins. You know it the moment you step in the door. Perkins Restaurant and Bakery welcomes you, and right now enjoy Perkins Strawberry Freshtival. Strawberry waffles, French toast, pancakes, and crepes. Fresh strawberry, walnut, and grilled chicken salad, and end your meal with a piece of fresh strawberry pie. Summer means strawberries at Perkins. You come to the right place. Perkins Restaurant and Bakery. Bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest. Highway 26 and Avenue B in Scottsbluff.
Did you know Ideal Linen and Uniform is also a full-service janitorial supply provider? You don't need to worry about finding your janitorial supplies. Ideal will keep your business stocked, saving you time and money. Ideal Linen and Uniform provides quality cleaning and industrial products, mops, soap, air freshening system, paper products, custom logo maps, cleaning supplies, even signage, and more. Call for a free quote. Ideal Linen and Uniform, locally owned and operated since 1907. 506 South Beltline, Scottsbluff. Online at ideal-linen.com or call 632-7197.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
Aiden Orr against Boston Kellner swings and rolls a bounding ball toward first. Tate waves everybody off. He fields it, and he runs it to the bag himself. And that's a very quick out number 1 for the Pioneers, who trail 3-0 after 3 came across for the CageRats over the first 2 frames.
Next player is batter, the catcher from Grayson College, number 20, Jacob Lang.
So up next, Jacob Lang against Boston Kellner. Lang's first step out against him. He chokes up and it takes a big breaking ball in at the knees for a called strike. That curveball looking as good as advertised from Kellner. But rising high school junior winds and throws, and that curveball bounces in there, where it's picked out by Carlson. The Pioneers really need to get something going here. It was so difficult for them to gain momentum in game 1, and ultimately, they were saddled with the loss. There's another breaking ball that just misses. Lang thought about swinging at it. The catcher, long brown hair, scraggly, flowing out the back of his helmet. He takes a fastball way outside, 3-1. Lang waits. Kellner winds and throws. And there's a swing and a miss. A fastball up in the zone. So Kellner very skillfully working north to south here. He's all ready to go right as Lang gets back in the box. The payoff pitch on the way is swung and missed, strike 3. Lang chased badly and pounds the knob of his bat in the dirt in disgust. Second strikeout of the game for Kellner. And that'll bring up Austin Burkhoff.
Now at the plate, shortstop, currently in the transfer portal, number 9, Austin Burkhoff.
So Burkhoff, up now with 2 men out and nobody on. 3-0 the Pios trail as Burkhoff takes a bit outside. The zone seems to have tightened up a little bit against the right-handed batting shortstop. Hands held high above his ears. There's a late swing at a fastball that is flared foul down the right field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. Burkhoff was 1 for 2 yesterday before the rain kicked in with a run batted in. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung and hit down the right field line. It is slicing, and it is foul. Burkhoff trying to stay neutral here even early in the count, and now he'll have to shorten up even more. 2 outs, nobody on here in the second. Kellner shakes off his catcher. Now deals the 1-2 pitch, and it is swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 straight batters that chased badly at that pitch away. And a couple of punch-outs in the inning for Boston Kellner. We head to the 3rd inning. 3-0 the Pioneers trail on the West Coast scoreboard.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Intralinks has been supporting computer systems in our area for over 20 years. Intralinks can review your systems and your expenses to help your bottom line. Intralinks also installs low-voltage wiring, IP-based camera systems, and IP-based phone systems. With Intralinks on your side, technology isn't an obstacle, it's an opportunity for your business. Call Intralinks today to schedule your free 1-hour consultation. 632-6590. That's 632-6590.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes over 300 different high-performance lubricants, including fuel conditioners, hydraulic and transmission fluid, and more. We've been helping customers improve their operations for more than 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and can even deliver right to your door to offer excellent service and value. Our products are made to exceedingly extend drain and grease intervals to reduce maintenance and labor costs to improve the budget. Whether you're in a factory, farm fleet, or like to go fast, Hydrotex is here to help. Visit your local Hydrotex dealer in person or online today.
Treating all of your chiropractic needs from 0 to 100 years old, athletes and veterans. Dr. Bolin specializes in treating your aches, pains, and injuries. Call today for an appointment and start to get back to better health. Advantage Chiropractic at 633-1425. Tyler Bryant pours in a first pitch fastball that misses high and tight to Matthew Lemke, a dangerous right-handed batter. Our game stats, Tyler Bryant in his last outing went 6 innings pitched, punching out 10 and only allowing 1 run, and there's a swing and a ball that's smoked out toward deep center field way back there, and it's over the head of Coy Carpenter. Off the wall, he'll play the carom next to the 385-foot marker, rounding second around and rather stopping there. Matthew Lemke, he coasts in there with the leadoff double. That's the 3rd hit for 2 bases this series. And yet another time that Lemke has reached base against the Pioneers. He has killed them. 3-0 the Pioneers trail, and right now the bleeding showing little sign of stopping after the leadoff extra base hit. Tyler Bryant, the ace, the stopper, has looked very human. First pitch coming to Matt Hansen is a swing and a miss, strike 1. Hansen flew out his previous at-bat to Esposito, the left fielder. Lemke, a walking lead off of second base with Burkhoff holding. Hansen waiting, and the pitch on the way is a sinking fastball down and out of the strike zone. Bryant, when he's been in the zone, he's been getting hit. And when he's been nibbling around the zone, he's been getting into some pretty deep counts. This one just 1-1, as here's the pitch, and a check swing on the ball low in the strike zone, but very clearly he did not break the plane. No need for an appeal there. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 in the first and 1 in the second, with the man aboard and nobody out here in the third for the CageRats. The kick and pitch. Slider outside. It clings off the heel of the glove of Lang, the catcher. Trickles away, but not far enough for Lemke to think about doing anything brazen. 3-1 with Ben Tate on deck. That's already base hit number 5, that leadoff double for Matthew Lemke for CageRats baseball. The pitch on the way is ripped on one short hop, smothered by Asensio. He wrestles it and runs it to the bag himself. That was really blistered there by Hansen, and a good job of staying with it by Asensio on the play. Lemke advances to third.
Now at the plate, first baseman number 22, Ben Tate.
So now Ben Tate has the opportunity to advance the CageRats' cause of taking the series without recording a hit. Bryant kicks and deals the first offering, and a strike over the outside corner. 0-1. Ben Tate, the strong right-handed batter, waits. Now Bryant swings and pops him up on the infield, or calling for it behind the second base bag, reaches up and makes the catch, and that is as good as a strikeout, a pop out. Not nearly deep enough to score that run from third. Now it'll take a base hit or a Pioneers mistake to get home that fourth run. 3-0 they trail. Matt Lemke led off this inning with the double. He's at third base for Tanner Peary. The first pitch is swung on and missed with a slider. Peary looks very befuddled as he has in his previous at-bat. He went down on 3 pitches. Peary waiting. Bryant. And another slider swung on and missed, strike 2. Any guesses on what's coming next? 2 strikes, 2 outs, a man at third. Bryant from the windup deals. Slider bounced in the dirt, and a nice job of Lang to smother that one before it gets away. That's the problem. If you get that slider too far down and out of the zone, you really have to trust your catcher. And that time, Lang was doing a beautiful job of blocking. The 1-2 pitch. Slider in the dirt again. Once again, Lang making a nice stop. 4 straight sliders, and we'll have to see if they quintuple up in this at-bat. Tyler Bryant trying to hang his first 0. On deck, the catcher, Carlson, waiting in the wings. The pitch to Peary, and the lead swing at a fastball into foul straight back. So the answer is no. You saw that fastball the first time in this game. And it's 2-2. The pitch on the way. Slider, strike 3 called right at the knees. Peary knew it. Taps his helmet with the barrel of his bat as he walks dejectedly away. That's the 3rd strikeout for Tyler Bryant. And a much-needed 0 hung on the board for the Pioneers. We go to the last of the 3rd inning. 3-0 they trail on the West Coast scoreboard.
The lot is filling back up at Ryan's Welding and Trailer Sales in Scottsbluff. Lots of options from dump trailers and bumper pull dumps to equipment tilt, super wides, car haulers, and utility. Ryan's is also a full-service welding and fabrication shop. Stop by 1110 Avenue B in Scottsbluff or call 308-575-0710 to find what you're looking for. If it's not in stock, they'll get it for you. Let these hardworking PJ trailers go to work for you. Built in Texas to hold up to the hardworking professional using them. Come see the quality for yourself.
Check out Runza's Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger. Whew, that's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times fast.
Runza's Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger. Runza's Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger.
Yeah. No, I didn't actually.
Runza's Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger.
Try Runza's Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger with barbecue sauce, jalapenos, bacon, pepper jack cheese, and crispy onion strips.
Runza's Spicy Barbecue Bacon Burger. Runza's Spicy
Because
Barbecue
from the way we
Bacon
make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Buyers Realty has been helping people in the community find their dream home since 1994. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, our friendly team will put in the work to reach the finish line. We also do property management for buildings in Scottsbluff, Gearing, and beyond. You can find an extensive list of our properties by visiting our website at callbuyersrealty.com or visit us at our Scottsbluff offices on Avenue B, next to Bumper to Bumper. Panhandle's best, Buyers Realty. Community strong, community proud. We have what you're looking for.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
Bottom half of the 3rd inning, 3-0 the Pios trail, trying to split the series with the CageRats. Game 2 yesterday was rained out and will be played when The Pios visit Colorado Springs to play the CageRats June 13th and 14th. The Pios were leading 10-0, but their momentum seems to have hit a wall after the rain delay. 3-0 they trail as there's a swing and a shot hit toward left center field. That's going to split, or rather get down for a base hit. Pacheco was racing over. He got a great jump. He's going to throw it towards second base, and with Garrett Fisher rounding, he's going to be out by 10 feet. He thought that one split the gap, as did we off the bat. And what could have been a momentum swinging base knock instead turns into a rough out on the bases.
Back to the top of the order for the Pios, the center fielder,
Man.
to Coy Carpenter.
Things so promising on the first swing of the inning, and now Coy Carpenter takes a sinker down and out of the strike zone for ball one. So Fisher retired, and there's one gone. The 1-0 pitch to Carpenter is a line drive into left field, a base hit. That one just kissed the lip of the outfield grass. Pacheco charges in to glove it, and Coy Carpenter, another nice swing of the bat. 2 straight singles, albeit only 1 base runner, against Boston Kellner. So things hopefully looking up for the Pios here in the last of the third inning, and the meat of the order coming up, beginning with Garrett Esposito. They're really being aggressive against Kellner here. Second time through the order, we'll see how Kellner decides to adjust. Infield's double play depth. Carpenter, who runs very well at first. 3-0 the Pios trail. Slide step in the first pitch, and a hanging breaking ball popped foul down the right side and out of play.
That foul ball.
Russell's Automotive, your family-owned go-to for all your quality automotive repair needs. Russell's Automotive. Step off into throw to first, and Carpenter is back easily. No balls, 1 strike. Esposito, right-handed batter, lots of power. Waves the bat gently. The pitch, swing, and a high drive to left field. Pacheco angling back, it's playable, and he comes in a step and makes the catch. Jogging back to first, Coy Carpenter. That ball sounded good off the bat, but Esposito that time seems to have just missed it. So now 2 men out for Isaiah Gibbs. Gibbs singled in the first and was stranded there. And the momentum of this inning seems to be slowing down here. Gibbs swings at the first pitch and rips this one to center field, starting in. Now moving back to center fielder, and Yatzlaw overruns it. It's over his head. He goes to the wall. Rounding third, Carpenter. He's going to be headed home. Coming to third, and in there, standing up, or rather with the head first slide, Isaiah Gibbs with a 2-out triple. A base hit, decidedly so, and the Pioneers are on the board. I thought that Gibbs was going to be in there standing. He had so much time. The throw came in from Yatzlaw, and it kicked off the glove of Wilson, but Gibbs in there with the head first slide gets the pants dirty and the jersey as well for the first time this game.
Now at the plate for your Pios, third base
3-1.
Hunter McCollum.
A huge swing of the bat for McCollum, and a misplay by Holden Yatzlaw. McCollum facing Kellner for the second time, swings and misses again. He has not been picking him up very well. McCollum struck out in his first at bat. Now a chance to bring the deficit back to within 1. Kellner waiting. The 0-1 pitch is swing and a shot caught at third base by Peary. He jumped up and caught it about in his eyes, and that ends the inning. A lot of hard contact for the Pios, and they get 1. And they will send Tyler Bryant back to work, still trailing by 2. 3-1 the score. The CageRats leading on the West Coast scoreboard. We'll be back with the 4th inning in just a moment.
At Russell's Automotive in Scottsbluff, they believe in providing the best auto repair services and warranties to their customers. That's why they're excited to announce their new coast-to-coast nationwide warranty through the Certified Auto Repair Network. With every repair they make, you'll receive a 36-month or 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor honored nationwide. Their ASE certified technicians use the latest diagnostic tools and equipment to make sure your car is running like new. And with their new nationwide warranty, you can travel worry-free knowing that you're covered no matter where you go. So come on down to Russell's Automotive in Scottsbluff today and experience the best in auto repair services and warranty. Call them now to schedule your appointment.
It's time to change up your pizza nights because Papa Murphy's now offers calzones. Whether you try their Buffalo Ranch chicken, pepperoni, and mozzarella or create your own, each one is hand-braided and filled with the freshest ingredients tucked into their scratch-made dough. Then you bake it to golden perfection so you can enjoy it hot out of your oven. It's the perfect addition to every take-and-bake occasion. So get your hands on a calzone today from Papa Murphy's. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
Nick Carlson wears the first pitch right off his elbow from Tyler Bryant, and he moseys on to first. So we're here in the top of the fourth inning. The Pioneers got their first run, but now it's up to Tyler Bryant to stop the momentum here for the Colorado Springs CageRats. The first pitch to the left-handed batting Jake Pacheco is hit out of play. That is the third inning of four that the CageRats have put the leadoff man on. Tyler Bryant, the right here, takes some deals and a pop-up out into shallow left field. This is going to be a tough play. Esposito racing in. He will get there and sliding and making the catch. Esposito broke back, and with the wind pushing it, ended up having to race in. And it ends up being a very nice play for the left fielder. Subsequently, Carlson heads back to first. So up next, the order will turn over, and it'll be the third time that Holden Yatzlau faces Tyler Bryant. Yatzlau singled and walked, and he has scored a run. The pitch is a sinker, looks like, missing below the knees, ball one. A hit batsman this inning and a couple of walks back in the second inning. The free passes have started to pile up a little bit uncharacteristically for Bryant. And there's a fastball just missing. Bryant asking the home plate umpire if that was down. A curt nod issued by the man in blue. Bryant probably thought he should have had it, and now a 2-0 count to the dangerous Yatzlau. Here's the pitch, and a foul back to the screen, a fastball on the upper and outer part of the strike zone. 2-1. Yatzlau made a defensive mistake that was ultimately determined to be a triple that assisted in one by Isaiah Gibbs. Trying to make up for that here. Infield double play depth. Slider outside, 3-1. Once again, Bryant around but not in the strike zone. Runner at first, one man out. Step off and a throw to first, a bit high, but no trouble for Asensio holding the runner on. Bryant looks at first, now gets his sign. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It is low and in the dirt, ball four. That was a changeup. And once again, the free pass is piling up for Bryant here this inning. That's the third time already that Yatzlau has reached base. And it's now Blake Wilson. This is in a big spot because you never want to face Kellner with runners aboard, let alone Matthew Lemke, who's playing like a major leaguer in summer ball.
Buy one, get one, drinks till the end of the inning.
So that is the third walk allowed by Tyler Bryant. And that'll bring up the right-handed batter who swings and misses at the first pitch. Wilson, who hit an RBI knock his last time up. Trying for three there. 3-1, the CageRats lead here in the top of the fourth. Tyler Bryant trying to persevere and get through this inning despite not having his best stuff. Here's the 1, and that one just misses that time. A fastball breaking back toward the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wilson Waits. Bryant delivers. Slider in there. Strike 2 called. Wilson shakes his head. That was a slider that started at his hip and broke back toward the inside corner. 1-2. A big at-bat ahead of Kellner here in this game. Tyler Bryant kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A fastball with two-seam action breaking down and in onto the hands of Wilson. A big fourth strikeout ahead of Boston Kellner. But Tyler Bryant in no way out of trouble. Kellner doubled off the 362-foot marker out in left center field, his first trip. And he bounced out his last time. He takes a strike, a front door slider, and a crucial first pitch executed brilliantly by Tyler Bryant. 2 runners aboard. Yatzlau at first, and Carlson the man at second. The pitch, swing and a pop-up in shallow right field. Asensio backpedaling. He calls everybody off and in fair ground just inside the line. He makes the catch. Tyler Bryant digs deep and strains a pair. No hits, a walk, and a hit batsman for the CageRats. And nothing more as we head to the last of the fourth inning. 3-1, the Pioneers trail on the West Coast scoreboard.
Look like a team, work like a team with professional uniforms from Ideal Linen and Uniform. Shirts, pants, coveralls, lab coats, scrubs, cook shirts, aprons, and much more. Ideal also offers flame-retardant garments and feature the Ideal Connect tracking system. So when your uniforms are sent for laundry service, they will be tracked and returned professionally, cleaned and pressed. For a free quote and to see our entire line, go to ideallinen.com or stop by 506 South Beltline Highway in Scottsbluff. Locally owned and operated for over 100 years.
Are you ready to put down roots into a home you love? Hi, my name is Jennifer Yurdi-Ellis, and I'm a loan officer at Castle & Cook Mortgage. I've been proud to serve the great people of the Panhandle since 2015. If you're ready to make the leap into home ownership, give me a call at 308-220-0503. That's 308-220-0503.
Jennifer Yurdi-Ellis, NMLS ID 1059626. Not all who apply will qualify. Equal housing lender, Castle & Cook Mortgage, LLC, NMLS ID 1251.
Fender bender, hailstorm, couldn't stop on the ice in time? After everyone is safe, Scottsbluff Body and Paint should be the first call you make. There isn't a better shop in the area. Our highly skilled team is experienced at performing all auto body repair and paint jobs. Stop by anytime and speak to one of our technicians, and we'll do a full inspection to show you just how little our repair services will cost you. Our work is not complete until your car is safe and you're on the road again. Call today, Scottsbluff Body and Paint, 225-6408.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
So Tyler Bryant ends up pitching out of some problems in the fourth inning. We head to the last of the fourth. This is Boston Kellner facing Michael Asensio, Aiden Orr, and Jacob Lang. The Pios able to scratch one across against the talented right-hander with some pretty aggressive swings. Garrett Fisher, Coy Carpenter, and Isaiah Gibbs all picking up hits, with the latter getting a triple to drive in one run. Runs are coming at a premium here for the Pioneers against Kellner as the first pitch to Asensio is a breaking ball outside by a bit. Only a couple of inches off the black, it's 1-0. 5 hits apiece, but the CageRats have turned them into runs. The pitch is popped up down the right side, out of play, and that's going to get into the stands. The first baseman, Tate, had a look at it, but ultimately that one was not playable. Asensio, the powerful righty, with an open stance, looks at a fastball a bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. The second time through, the improvement in at-bats has been considerable. The pitch on the way. And Asensio swings and misses, a good breaking ball, and it's 2-2. That one was down and out of the strike zone. Asensio trying to get things started with the Pios trailing by 2. Kellner's windup, and the pitch is a check swing in the dirt. Yes, he went around, says the home plate umpire. Strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Kellner. Up next, Aiden Orr. Orr bounced out to the first baseman Tate, his previous at-bat. Now against Kellner, a couple of Division I recruits facing off against each other. Kellner's first pitch, in the dirt. It bounced on the grass in front of home plate, almost like a cricket bowl. Takes one big hop over the head of Carlson, who was still in the squat. And it's 1-0. Jacob Lang waiting out on deck. Aiden Orr trying to set the tone here with one out here in the fourth inning, and there's a strike. A sinking fastball in the outside corner to even the count. Kellner, already having gotten his sign, begins his windup. He deals, and Orr swings and hits a shot foul that slices down the left field line out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Orr, the lefty, waits. Now the pitch. Up and away, checked his swing and successfully held up on a sinking fastball. 2-2. Kellner once again deals. Curveball in the dirt, and Orr has worked the count full. A very poised and disciplined at-bat from the rising freshman at Oakland University. The payoff pitch is popped foul out of play. He fights off a high sinker. 3-2. The objective has always been to try to knock out Kellner as opposed to wearing him out. But Aiden Orr has put together a long and arduous at-bat against the talented right-hander. The payoff pitch on the way. In the dirt, ball 4. A good at-bat. It goes to the backstop for Aiden Orr. It was a hard carom right back to the catcher Carlson. So Orr, after initially thinking about making a break for it, will saunter down to first base by way of the free pass. Only the first walk allowed for Boston Kellner. And that'll bring up Jacob Lang. The first pitch to Lang is a fastball way outside. Ball 1. Lang, the catcher, struck out, chasing that outside pitch in his first at-bat, his second try, with the runner at first. 3-1 the Pios trail. Lang is the tying run. The pitch is swung and bounced up the middle. It kicks off the heel of the glove of Kellner. It trickles out toward the third base side. He goes off the mound to get it, and he has no play. That was a lucky break for Lang. Kellner swiped with his glove behind his back and got a glove on it. But if he had let that go, odds are that could have ended up being a double play. As it is an infield single, and on the play, Orr advances into scoring position. That just might be the break that the Pios so desperately need. Austin Burkhoff, who also struck out, will pause and wait as there's a mound visit here. The catcher Carlson trying to get the plan of attack sorted. Orr at second, Lang at first with 1 out. Infield playing for a pair. The Pioneers scored last inning, and they are threatening again. Kellner, only a junior in high school, facing some premier competition from top-tier junior colleges and D1 schools. The second baseman, Hansen, holding on the runner, now steps away. The first pitch is swung and missed, a sinker. And that was a bowling ball. A lot of late-breaking action down and in. That's the kind of pitch where, unless you get that up in the zone, odds are you're swinging and missing or you're hitting a ground ball at somebody. 0-1. The pitch on the way is swung, and a little dribbler over, diving, stopped by Tate. He's going to throw to second for 1, and that's all he'll get. The first baseman, Tate, diving on the grass and ending up turning that one into a fielder's choice on the play, or advances to third. So Burkhoff just tried to poke one through the hole, but the long grass killed that one. And Ben Tate, the first baseman, laying out. And he likely preserved a run there, too. So now Garrett Fisher, runners at the corners, 2 men out. The Pios threatened in the first, and now they are threatening in the fourth. They pushed 1 across in the third, but that's all they got. The first pitch is swung and hit in the air, out toward deep right center field. Circling under it, the center fielder, Yatzlau, reaches up and makes the catch. And the side is retired. Once again, the Pioneers with a hit and a walk do not score. We head to the 5th inning. 3-1 they trail with Tyler Bryant going back to work. We'll be back in just a moment on the West Coast scoreboard.
It takes a lot to run your business, and a lot has changed. What hasn't changed is the professional partnership with your business in E&H CPAs and Management Consultants. When you include our team, we will develop a plan to assist you with your accounting, tax planning, valuation services, and even litigation support and exit planning. Then you can focus on day-to-day responsibilities. Troy Hilliard will guide your business into the future. E&H CPAs and Management Consultants PC. Innovative, trusted, proven. 308-633-6800.
Our producers know that running a successful operation these days requires having reliable service and quality products. That's why you know you can trust the knowledgeable people at Westco to provide you sound agronomic advice, aerial application, bulk fuel, lubricants, propane, tires, and other essentials to keep your operation running smoothly. Our priority is helping you succeed. Call or visit your nearest Westco location today. Westco. Service, solutions, success.
Westco's your best value through and through.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask Travis Hawk about Shelter's life insurance coverage options.
We can sum up McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich in one word. Crispy. But also juicy and tender. Okay, it's crispy, juicy, tender. All one word. But then, also pickle. Oh, and potato bun, which is two words. Okay, we can't sum up our new crispy chicken sandwich in one.
Tyler Bryant, who has really been laboring through the first 4 innings of this one. He is back to work here in the 5th inning. He has not had a clean frame as of yet. The closest he got was the second where he retired the first 2, but even then, he allowed a run to score, one of 3 for the Colorado Springs CageRats. Yesterday's game was rained out, so this is a game 2 of sorts, but also the final game of this series. The Pioneers hit a brick wall after yesterday's game was rain delayed, to be resumed with the 10-0 Pios lead at a later time. Right now it's 3-0 or 3-1 they trail. The Pioneers have threatened, and Tyler Bryant has really been in the trenches grinding for his side. He will face Matthew Lemke, the dangerous right-hander, takes a strike on the inside corner. Lemke bent over at the waist and a surprise glance back at the home plate umpire. It was a slider breaking in toward the black, and he swings and misses, strike 2. That one a sweeping slider away. 2 quick strikes on Lemke, who has been the toughest out on either side this series. Here's Bryant from the windup, pitching, and a slider misses below the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lemke, Hansen, and Tate do up as he takes a little backup slider inside. Has to jump out of the way of that one. Lemke still has yet to be retired this series. Bryant to strike away. The 2-2 on the way. Way outside and low ball 3. Looks like he's trying to be a bit too careful with them. And now he's worked it full. The pitch on the way. Low and inside, ball 4. So Bryant, after having him down 0-2, loses him for his 4th free pass issue. And Lemke is aboard yet again. They say that baseball is a game of failure, but Lemke is questioning that mantra right now, considering the series he's had. Up next, that's going to be Matt Hansen. Hansen, the left-handed batter, takes a strike. Fastball with some sink on the outside corner. Pioneers trailing by 2, and the leadoff base runner, no recipe for success there. There's a swing and a miss. Another biting sinker from Tyler Bryant, and it's 0-2. On deck, Ben Tate. Hansen hitless in his first 2 at-bats, up for the 3rd time against the Pioneers ace. Here's the pitch, up and away. Once again, Bryant seems to be wasting a few pitches. One ball and 2 strikes. And he will step off. quickly back on the mound now. Matt Hansen waiting. A powerful lefty. One of a few Division I guys from Power 4 schools. The pitch on the way is a slider fouled out of play. That was one that kind of got a little bit too much of the plate. Power 4, SEC, ACC, Big 12, and the Pac-12 as opposed to the Power 5. Matt Hansen, a Kansas State guy, lots of power from the left side. The pitch from Bryant is swung on and missed, strike 3. Punch out number 5 for Tyler Bryant. And a good bounce back execution that time against Hansen will spring up Ben Tate with a man out and Lemke still at first. Ben Tate, the strong right-handed batter, has been very athletic defensively as well. The first pitch is a bouncing ball to short, could be 2. It is Burkhoff stepping on second for 1. The throw to first, a double play. And on one pitch, Tyler Bryant retires the side. He faces the minimum for the first time this game. Halfway through this one, the Pioneers still trailing 3-1, but possibly some momentum on their side. We'll get back in a moment on the West Coast scoreboard.
Wells Fargo Advisors has been built around a deep respect for planning. Our commitment to helping you plan effectively, invest wisely, and map a realistic course to your future is nowhere more evident than our Envision planning process. Put the process to work for you, and we'll be with you every step of the way. Call financial advisor Ryan Windhorst today at 632-7561. That's 632-7561.
Investment in insurance products not FDIC insured, no bank guarantee, may lose value. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC.
Why not show it off? You take pride in your business, your team, your customers. Why not show it with help from Scottsbluff Screen Printing and Embroidery? Custom banners and flags are tremendous promotional tools, but they can also help you out with pins, magnets, koozies, and just about anything you can think of. If you have it in mind, Scottsbluff Screen Printing has many great options. They also build custom trophies, plaques, medals, and more. If you can say it, they can print it. Get in the zone with Scottsbluff Screen Printing, 1813 Broadway, Scottsbluff.
The lot is filling back up at Ryan's Welding and Trailer Sales in Scottsbluff. Lots of options from dump trailers and bumper pull dumps to equipment tilts, super wides, car haulers, and utility. Ryan's is also a full-service welding and fabrication shop. Stop by 1110 Avenue B in Scottsbluff or call 308-575-0710 to find what you're looking for. If it's not in stock, they'll get it for you. Let these hardworking PJ trailers go to work for you. Built in Texas to hold up to the hardworking professional using them. Come see the quality for yourself.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
Top of the lineup due for the third time against Boston Kellner, who has kept the Pioneers at bay through 4. Last of the 5th inning, 3-1 the Pioneers trail. And it's Coy Carpenter, who has a hit in 2 trips up against Kellner. The first pitch is a bouncing ball slashed to short. Charging on a big high hop Wilson. He throws to first in plenty of time. And Coy Carpenter is swiftly dispatched. Dooley Oil has been providing service since 1968. They are your distributor for premium Shell lubricants and Howe's fuel additive in Wyoming, Nebraska, and Colorado. Extreme diesel fuel provider for the 3-state region, Dooley Oil. So now Garrett Esposito. Nobody on, one man out here in the last of the 5th inning. Esposito waits, and Kellner misses high and tight with a sinking fastball, 1-0. Esposito singled in the first inning. He's 1 for 2. He's had 3 official hits this series. And he swings and misses. A belated hack. And more of a wave at a curveball over the outer half. 1-1. Isaiah Gibbs waiting on deck. The pitch. And another curveball just missing the outside corner. And an excellent pitch-to-pitch adjustment for Garrett Esposito. Esposito flashed his power in a multi-homer display against North Platte earlier on, and he swings and misses at a 3rd straight breaking ball. 2-2. Esposito trying to get aboard for Isaiah Gibbs, who would be the tying run. Kellner's pitch is up and away. That was a very close take for Esposito. And for a second there, I think he thought his life would be in the hands of the home plate umpire, and the pitch is in the same spot, but strike 3 called. Esposito tossed the bat and was on the way down to first on the payoff pitch, but an unfortunate turn of events for Esposito. That is it's the 5th time that Kellner has rung up a man. 2 outs, nobody on for Isaiah Gibbs. First pitch is a breaking ball in for a strike at the knees. Gibbs is the only man to have made consistent contact against Kellner in his first 2 trips, a single and a triple. And he takes a strike. That outside corner is opened up again, and it's 0-2. Gibbs, feet close together in the right-handed batter's box, waits. The pitch is a very late swing and shot hit foul down the first base line. 0-2. That was the high fastball, a chase pitch from Kellner. But Gibbs stays with it. On deck, Hunter McCollum. Another 0-2 coming. And Gibbs lifts this one out of play down the right field line again. Isaiah Gibbs so much power. He's overdue for his first home run. The 0-2 again. Swing and a chopper up the middle. Over the second base bag into center field, a base hit. Gatzlau comes in and plays it calmly. And Isaiah Gibbs keeps the inning alive with his 3rd hit of the game. Nice little single from him and a nice 2-strike adjustment against Kellner. Stays up the middle with his approach. Now Hunter McCollum. McCollum adjusted very skillfully against Kellner. He struck out in his first at-bat, and down in the count, he lined a shot right at third base in his previous trip. And the first pitch, a big looping curveball low and in the dirt. Ball 1. McCollum, the tying run, hitless this series after getting last night's game off. The pitch on the way is fouled straight back, just a little bit late on that riding fastball from Kellner. 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind has picked up out toward left field after a calm start to the game. Favorable conditions once more for the right-handed batting Hunter McCollum. Gives it first. Here's the slide step and the pitch. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. That was the 7th hit of the game for the Pios. They have out-hit the CageRats, but they trail 3-1. McCollum open stance, waits. The pitch inside, and a curveball knocks the helmet off of McCollum. It seemed to have caught him pretty flush, but thankfully that was an off-speed pitch, so McCollum jogs down to first relatively unscathed. So now Michael Asensio. Asensio in a spot where a single could bring the game to within 1, and a ball in the gap could tie it. Asensio had a great start to yesterday's game, a couple of hits before the rain started to come down. Trying to make it rain here. Open stance, right-handed batter, and he takes up and away. Kellner, after retiring the first 2, has had to work much harder here in the home 5th. Here's the set. The young right-hander pitches. And a foul up and out of play down the right side. 1-1. Some of these players are 4 or 5 years older than Kellner. Possibly even 6 if you count Brad Halleck, who's not in the lineup today for the Pios on his day off. Only a rising junior in high school. Against Asensio, and an inside move, kick and look back to second where Gibbs is back easily and safely. 2 on, 2 out for the Pios. They threaten once again. Asensio trying to turn those runners into runs. There's a breaking ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the catcher Carlson will come out and have a word. Trans Systems. It's a sweet haul in this community. Visit driveteamgreen.com. That is driveteamgreen.com. Trans Systems. We're in the last of the 5th inning. I'm Carson Trail in the Logos broadcast booth. Now that the home plate umpire has settled himself behind home plate, we're ready to begin again. A big spot here for Asensio. The 2-1 pitch. Up and away, ball 3. Kellner, who has been very effective despite having to work for every out. In a hitter's count to Asensio. He can sell out right here. The 3-1. And a step off before that happens. Kellner a big breath trying to reset. He looks a little bit on edge here. Hayden Orr waiting on deck. Tying run at first base for the Pioneers, who trail by 2. The pitch. Breaking ball in there, right at the knees. Strike 2 called. That was a beauty. A breaking ball and a fastball count. No way Asensio was looking for that pitch. Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The runners will now get a head start. Boston Kellner on the mound now sets. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a topper foul toward the third base dugout. Jacob Lang, who stands in the hole, tried to reach out and it clanged off his hands, clad in his white batting gloves. Still 3-2. Asensio trying to stay in there against Kellner. The payoff once again and is lined foul out of play down the right field line beyond the McDonald's kids zone. A tenacious at bat for Michael Asensio. Gibbs at second, McCollum at first. Lots of speed. A ball in the gap should score them both. Runners with a head start. Once again, and the breaking ball up and in behind the head. That one missed of Asensio, ball 4. So now the bases are loaded. Gibbs at third, McCollum at second, and Asensio at first. And now head coach Tad Rita out for a word with the young right-hander. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors have created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, we'll go far. Wells Fargo. So that free pass issued by Kellner. Enough for Tad Rita to come out and have a word. Hayden Orr is the man up. And he is one of the more difficult outs despite only being with the Pioneers for a couple of days. Orr batting left-handed. A spot where a single could tie the game. 3-1 CageRats lead. In a tenacious Game 3 of this 3-game set. The Pioneers dropped Game 1 to the CageRats. And they were ahead yesterday before it got canceled. Swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. Over to get it, the second baseman. He will underhand to the shortstop covering. And an excellent play by Matt Hansen to ultimately retire the side. Once more, the Pioneers strand multiple runners aboard. This time they leave them loaded and do not score. 3-1 they trail when we get back in the 6th inning on the West Coast scoreboard.
When you decide to sell your car, there are so many more options than ever before. Do not overlook Team Auto Center as a top-rated buyer for your old vehicle. No need to trade it in on a new one. Team Auto Center will give you a fair market price for your vehicle with no expectation of you purchasing from us. Come experience the difference at Team Auto Center or visit us online at teamautocenter.net.
Maximize your vehicle's engine protection with professional-grade filtration at Russell's Automotive in Scottsbluff. When you have a MicroGuard oil, air, or cabin filter installed from Russell's Automotive, you will receive a prepaid Visa for each filter, up to $20 from now through June 30th. It's a simple, short rebate form that can either be submitted online or mailed in. Get up to a $20 rebate and save with your oil change service this summer. Request your appointment today by calling 308-635-4065 or by going online to russellsautomotive.com.
Spring has sprung, and High Plains Spas and Recreation remind you that it's time to de-winterize your boats and RVs. The professionals at High Plains Spas and Recreation not only de-winterize your system, that's flushing the antifreeze, protecting your plumbing in your RV and the cooling system in boats, but they can repair and service all the systems, including the electrical, AC, and heating and plumbing, to ensure that your boat or RV is ready to go when you are. High Plains Spas and Recreation, open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 1725 East Overland, Scottsbluff.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
So Tyler Bryant only works 5 innings in this one, allowing 3 runs A 3-1 margin is by which the Pioneers trail, and it looks like the sidewinder, Jacob Malazzi, is into pitch. We'll just confirm the jersey number on that. It is confirmed that Tyler Bryant is out of this game. And yes, Malazzi, the sidewinder out of Alvord, Texas, a rising junior standing 6'3", 175 pounds. He's an uncomfortable at bat. And this is his second appearance of the year. He went a scoreless inning, hitting a man, but nothing more. That was against North Platte. He will face the bottom of this CageRats lineup. It is going to be Tanner Peary, Nick Carlson, and Jake Pacheco.
New pitcher on the mound for your Pios from Mid-American Christian University.
Tanner Peary, to lead things off, has struck out twice, and perhaps no one happier to face someone else other than Tyler Bryant.
And leading off here in the top of the sixth inning for the CageRats, third baseman number 10, Tanner Peary.
So Peary up, the third baseman today after DHing the first two contests. Malazzi pours in a sinking fastball, submarine style, and gets it in there over the inside corner. Peary didn't agree. He shook his head twice in disagreements with that call. The 0-1 on the way. Another sinking fastball. He turns his back as though he's ready to wear it too, but that one's right down the middle. 0-2. Malazzi deals in the dirt with the sinker. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Malazzi, first base side of the rubber now, sets way below the belt and deals up and away. A sinking fastball evens the count. Final line score for Tyler Bryant in 5 innings. He allowed 3 earned runs, walked 4, struck out 5, and gave up 5 hits. There's a swing and a bouncing ball in foul ground. Down the first base side, he just nicked that one and bounced it near home plate. Still 2-2. Peary, a much longer at bat than his 2 previous. This time against the submariner Malazzi. Malazzi deals from the stretch and a foul straight back. He didn't have to chase that pitch. That was a fastball up and out of the strike zone. We still have not seen any off-speed pitches from Malazzi, even though we know he has them. Right on right especially, that's what makes it tough. 2 righties and then lefty Pacheco do this inning. And there's the breaking ball, and it missed. Not by much. Enough to get a flinch from the third baseman. And it's 3-2. Malazzi now deals. Swing and a line drive into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Racing over to cut it off. Gibbs has it. Barehanded and fires it in towards second. And that's going to keep Tanner Peary to a leadoff single. But that's a great at-bat and a tough loss if you're Malazzi. A leadoff single, his first hit allowed. And now Nick Carlson. So Nick Carlson in a spot where he can turn this leadoff base hit into a rally here. The pitch on the way is swung and bounced softly to third. Charged by McCollum. Across his body, he tosses it to first. In a nice stretch by Asensio, he digs out a low throw in time. But on the play, Peary advances to scoring position. That was a nice play by McCollum. That was just a little roller up the third base side, barely in fair ground. McCollum on the grass reached down and kind of tossed it overhand. Typically you see third basemen throw kind of a slingshot motion across their body. 1 out, runner at second for Jake Pacheco. Not the matchup that Malazzi is looking for. Pacheco, a left-handed batter, takes a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way, and a foul ball down the left side, 0-2. This is the spot that Malazzi had Peary, but Peary was able to single. Now that he's at second base, another knock could mean a 4th run. CageRats lead 3-1. The team making the bus trip north from Colorado Springs. Malazzi deals, and it is swung on and missed, strike 3, a changeup. Nice job of execution by Malazzi. A And that'll bring up the top of the lineup in Holden Yatzlau. Yatzlau, left-handed batter, has not been retired today. He and Matthew Lemke have been extraordinarily tough outs as he takes a first pitch strike, a fastball right down 10th Street. 0-1. 2 outs, runner at second. Malazzi trying to keep the Pios in this game. Good arms all around. Infield playing straight away with the shortstop Burkhoff holding the runner. Swing and a shot hit out to right center field, and that's going to score the runner easily. It gets down out there in the gap up against the wall. Carpenter digs it out, rounding third period, scoring easily. The throw comes in toward third base, but no need for that, as it is Yatzlau who comes up big with an RBI 2-out double. So that one, a big, back-breaking 2-out double. And it's 4-1 in favor of the CageRats. The pitch on the way and a strike. There's a fastball over the outside corner to Blake Wilson. Yatzlau at second after trading places with Tanner Peary. Malazzi steps off and fakes a toss. Holden Yatzlau, a speedy base runner, back in there easily. (4-1) the Pios trail. The pitch on the way. Outside. Not particularly close. It's 1-1. That was only the 7th hit for the CageRats, but they've turned that into 4 big runs. Malazzi deals inside, and that forces Wilson to jump out of the way. Boston Kellner on deck. He would be next. So despite there being a couple of bases open, he would certainly not like to face him. Malazzi. Slide step, and the pitch kind of a sidearm as opposed to the usual submarine, a sinking fastball in there for a called strike. 2-1. Yatzlau takes his lead off as second. Malazzi waits. Slide step in the pitch, and a late swing and a foul off to even the count. Malazzi really has to locate. That fastball with so much bite down in the strike zone could get a lot of ground balls. And he's very deceptive. But he can't be nibbling around the zone. He has to induce weak contact in order for him to be the level of effectiveness that he knows he can be. The 2-2 once again is swung on and missed, strike 3. The runner going with the pitch will ultimately be rendered moot. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Malazzi, but a run comes across to score. It's 4-1. The CageRats lead the Pioneers going to the last of the 6th on the West Coast scoreboard.
Did you know Ideal Linen and Uniform is also a full-service janitorial supply provider? You don't need to worry about finding your janitorial supplies. Ideal will keep your business stocked, saving you time and money. Ideal Linen and Uniform provides quality cleaning and industrial products, mops, soap, air freshening system, paper products, custom logo maps, cleaning supplies, even signage, and more. Call for a free quote. Ideal Linen and Uniform, locally owned and operated since 1907. 506 South Beltline, Scottsbluff. Online at ideal-linen.com or call 632-7197.
Dooley Oil has been providing great service since 1968. You can find us located at 2475 North 10th Street in Erie. Hi, this is Brian from Dooley Oil. With springtime fast approaching, we have hydraulic, coolant, engine oil, and grease in stock. Our drip oil and Blue Ribbon Def comes in a variety of sizes, from 2.5s to totes. Delivery available. So for all your ag, commercial lubricants, and fuel needs, trust the folks at Dooley Oil. Thank you for your patronage. Dooley Oil, committed to you.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Are your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo.
Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofibers.com/FYI.
KNEB 968 and 100.3 FM.
4-0 Pios trail. Boston Kellner misses the outside corner with the fastball to Jacob Lang. This has been a game of stranded base runners for the Pios. They have stranded a total of 8 runners, and they trail 4-1. And there's a fastball missing below the knees. 2-0 to Lang. Lang, Burkhoff, and Fisher, the 7, 8, 9 guys against Boston Kellner. As the pitch comes in, and he gets jammed and bounces this one softly to short. Wilson up with it. He shuffles and throws it across to first. And Lang, at his best swing of the bat in the hitter's count, is ultimately retired. 6th inning here at Oregon Trail Park from the Logos broadcast booth. My name's Carson Trail. And now, Austin Burkhoff. Burkhoff batting right-handed, a slightly closed stance. He waits and rolls this one on the ground to short. This time playing it on a backhand, Wilson. He shuffles, fires to first, and it's too late. It was dug skillfully out of the dirt by Tate, but ultimately Wilson took a bit too long to exchange it, and despite making a strong throw, just could not make the play. Another hit. That's number 8 on the day for the Pios. And this hopefully is the spot where they start to turn things around. Garrett Fisher hit a ringing single in his first at-bat, has flown out since then, trying to keep things going. 4-1, the Pioneers trail as the pitch comes in, and a strike, a sinking fastball in the outside corner. Got to get the energy back if you're the Pioneers. After the rain delay and scoring 10 runs against the CageRats, their momentum is seemingly hit a wall. There's a swing, and a ball rolled foul toward the third base dugout, 0-2. Burkhoff at first with 1 man out. You don't have to get all your runs in 1 inning, but you do have to start chipping away. Here in the last of the 6th, the Pioneers are running out of outs. Boston Kellner, to his credit, has thrown very well, especially in high-pressure moments, as he steps off. Burkhoff shuffles off at first with Tate holding. Kellner holding. Now the pitch. Inside. Fisher checked his swing and held up on what would have been an ugly way to be set down indeed. 1-2. A big breath by Fisher as he settles himself in the right-handed batter's box. He's got power, hitting 1 home run in the series against North Platte. Now he waits. Swing and a line drive. Caught at first base, and this is going to be a double play. Right to Ben Tate over there at first. He dives to put his leather on the bag. And that is a hard luck double play for Garrett Fisher. And down go the Pioneers in the 6th. 4-1 they trail as we're approaching the final third of this game on the West Coast scoreboard.
Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Scottsbluff supports the Western Nebraska Pioneers, treating your chiropractic needs from newborn to 100 years old. Dr. Levi Bolin can treat all your hurts, pains, aches, and injuries. If you're experiencing pain in your head, neck, shoulders, arms, mid, or lower back, or down your legs, call for an appointment today. Advantage Chiropractic is also fully certified with Optum VA. If you know a veteran that needs chiropractic care, call Levi today. Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture, 308-633-1425. Go Pios. The 7th inning, it is still Jacob Malazzi on the mound. He will face Boston Kellner, Matthew Lemke,
and Matt Hansen, the three most dangerous hitters in this CageRats lineup. The Pioneers trail 4-1 here in the final third of this game. It really looks like they were in the driver's seat in Game 2 yesterday before a storm rolled in and the game was subsequently postponed. The first pitch is a slide step and a swing and a miss by Boston Kellner. Kellner is the pitcher for today, a two-way player committed to Louisville, a junior in high school, facing off against Jacob Mead. And there is a fastball that missed, and a little bit hard to tell where exactly that did. 1-1. Malazzi, from below the belt, kicks and deals, and a bouncer foul toward the third base dugout. 1-2. Malazzi allowed a run to score on a double by Holden Yatzlau in the previous inning. Now Malazzi trying to retire Kellner to open things in the seventh. The pitch on the way. Swing and a bouncing ball hit foul down the third base side. Still 1-2. Malazzi kicks and deals from the stretch, and a foul straight back, a fastball up in the zone. Via Aero Wireless, hometown roots, global reach. Via Aero Wireless, Scottsbluff. Let's take a look at what's next. The Pioneers will face the North Platte Plainsmen in a two-game set, once on the road and once at home tomorrow and the night after that. There's a swing and a foul ball. Spoiled once again by Kellner. Tomorrow is on Central Time, so the pregame show will commence at about 5:20 on Mountain Time, and first pitch at 5:35 on KNEB and the live stream link. Malazzi delivers his 1-2 pitch, and another swing and a foul ball. Kellner staying in there and a little bit displeased with himself that he didn't do more with that pitch. Tuesday's game is at home here at Oregon Trail Park. 6:35 p.m. first pitch scheduled there. Slow hold, and the pitch from Malazzi is outside in the dirt, 3-2. He tried to do a little bit of kind of a hesitation as he lifted his leg up in the stretch. Just kind of held it there for a moment and then dealed, but dealt. Now the payoff pitch, called strike 3, right on the outside corner at the knees. So all said and done, Malazzi picks up his third strikeout.
Just a reminder, fans, please do not stand on the railing or put your hands on the netting.
So a big first out here in the seventh inning with the Pios trailing by 3. They really need to do their best and get back into this game in any way they can.
Next batter for the CageRats.
They've out-hit the CageRats, but those runs have proven to be elusive. A lot of times they have scored by way of the big innings. And they start with one. That's only happened one time this game in the third inning, and there's a pitch missing up and away to Matthew Lemke. Lemke, once again, has not been retired this game. A single, a double, and a walk. That one's very high, 2-0. His first game, he went 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and 3 walks. So he is batting 1,000 with an 1,000 on-base percentage this year. The pitch, and he swings and hits one hard on the ground, past the dive of McCollum down the left field line, a base hit. Esposito races over to cut it off, rounding first, heading for second. Here comes the throw on one hop. It's too late. Man, Matthew Lemke, another double. Pitching to this guy is impossible. I tell you. That's the 4th extra base hit in 2 games. And the second double. He's also driven the 2 runs back in the first inning. It's 4-1. And Lemke has been responsible for a lot of the anguish and angst that the Pioneers have suffered this game. And a strike to Matt Hansen. Hansen 0 for 3 today, but he really likes that matchup against the sidewinder Malazzi, or right-hander. The lefty waits. Now the pitch is inside and low to even the count. Malazzi, so crucial for him to get through this inning and to minimize the damage done. Here's the stretch. Inside, and it gets past Jacob Lang, the catcher, off his glove to the backstop and advancing to third base, Matt Hansen. So now, Hansen does not need to get a base hit, and now, yes, as expected, they're going to pull the infield in. That's a crucial run, as it would put the Pioneers out of striking distance. They trail by 3, and the base knock here could really make things difficult for them to mount a comeback. The pitch, outside and low, ball 3. Ben Tate's on deck. He's hit into 1 double play today. So Malazzi possibly hoping, in the 3-1 count, they're just going to put him on. So an intentional base on balls issued this time by Malazzi. So up next, Ben Tate. Tate, right-handed batter. Corners in, middle pinch. The first pitch, a called strike on the outside corner. Lemke at third, Hansen at first. 1 man out, 4-1, Pioneers trail. Malazzi pitching for a pair, infield playing for it. Slide step in the pitch is swung and fouled back to the screen. That was a sinking fastball up in the zone. No sinker baller, let alone a submarine who wants to make mistakes there. A big hit could really sink the dagger here in the 7th. As it is, Malazzi deals, and it is just a bit outside. Fastball not quite close enough to the blacks to get the call. 1-2. Malazzi gets his sign. The Submariner pitches, and it is swung on and missed, strike 3. A huge strikeout for Malazzi. His 4th of the game, a big spot. And now it's up to Tanner Peary. That's the 9th strikeout of the game for Pio's pitching. But 1 more out needed here in the 7th. Peary swings and hits a shot to deep left field. Back goes Esposito toward the wall. He looks up, and it's over his head, off the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes the runner. Around third, Hansen. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time. Hansen slid around the tag. A 2-run double for Tanner Peary, and that seems to be the dagger. Nelly's out from the dugout to mull things over with the home plate umpire, but from my angle, up in the Logos broadcast booth, I do believe he had it right. Lemke scores, Hansen scores, and it is now 6-1. That is a back-breaking double, his 2nd hit of the game for Tanner Peary. Wow. So as expected, no reversal on that call. 2 outs, 2 on for Nick Carlson. 6-1, the Pioneers now trail. First pitch is hit in the air to right field. Gibbs, angling backpedals a step, reaches up and makes the one-handed catch. And the side is retired. 2 runs, 2 hits, an intentional walk for the CageRats. They lead 6-1 as we head to the 7th inning stretch here at Oregon Trail Park. A 5-run deficit for the Pioneers when we come back on the West Coast scoreboard.
Do your lawn a favor this year by applying the nutrients it craves. Jordan Lawn and Garden products are specifically designed for our region's high alkaline soils. Westco produces a variety of Jordan products which will ensure your grass is getting all the proper nutrients necessary for the healthiest lawn you've ever had. Visit your nearest Westco location for more information on quality Jordan products. Westco. Service, solutions, success.
Westco's your best value through and through.
At Wells Fargo Advisors, we've found that clients appreciate a planning process that adjusts to the twists and turns of their lives. If you're rethinking your life's goals, the Envision process can help you try on your ideas before committing to them. Maybe you're thinking about retiring early or starting your own business. Your Envision plan can tell you how adding a goal like that could affect your ability to reach your objectives. For more information, call Ryan Windhorst today at 632-7561. Again, that's 632-7561.
Investment in insurance products not FDIC insured. No bank guarantee may lose value. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC.
The lot is filling back up at Ryan's Welding and Trailer Sales in Scottsbluff. Lots of options from dump trailers and bumper pull dumps to equipment tilts, super wides, car haulers, and utility. Ryan's is also a full-service welding and fabrication shop. Stop by 1110 Avenue B in Scottsbluff or call 308-575-0710 to find what you're looking for. If it's not in stock, they'll get it for you. Let these hardworking PJ trailers go to work for you. Built in Texas to hold up to the hardworking professional using them. Come see the quality for yourself.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
Last of the 7th inning from Oregon Trail Park. I'm Carson Trail in the Logos broadcast booth. Stop into Logos, and the guys will custom design it, print it, and have it ready for the game. There is no job too big or small for Logos in downtown Gering. So Boston Kellner is back on the mound, and that's a byproduct of two things. One, he's done an excellent job. 1 run allowed despite 8 hits. And his team leads by 5, 6-1, the CageRats ahead. The other reason is because the CageRats are very understaffed. Many of their players are still in their respective conference tournaments or in the national tournament with their Division I team. So Coy Carpenter will try to flip the narrative around. 6 runs, 9 hits for the CageRats. Carpenter up against the right-hander for the 3rd time, and Kellner misses outside. Rather, the 4th time. Coy Carpenter is 1 for 3 today, followed by Esposito and Gibbs. Top of the order for the Pioneers. This is the part where they really need to start banging. And a strike called with a sinker on the inner half. The pitch, and there's a swing and a pop foul down the left side, 1-2. Contact Jennifer Urdialis, your local 5-star lender with Castle & Cook Mortgage for a simple, friendly, and fast loan process as Carpenter takes inside and low with the breaking ball. For a simple, friendly, and fast loan process for your home purchase or refinance, contact Jennifer today. Castle & Cook Mortgage, the key to your castle. As the 2-2 is chopped on the ground toward first base. Tate, the first baseman, has it underhands to Kellner, covering. And Coy Carpenter, who was hustling down the line, ultimately retired. A 1-3 put out to open things here in the last of the 7th. Time is running out for the Pioneers. This game smarts that much more because they led 10-0 yesterday before the game was canceled. Garrett Esposito takes strike 1 on the outside corner. That was really looking to be a series-altering win yesterday before things unceremoniously drew to conclusion as Esposito reaches for one and fouls it off, 0-2. Esposito, a man out, nobody on, the pitch, and he reaches for a breaking ball and fouls it straight back. Oh, 2. Right-hander against right-hander, infield playing straight away. And a big breaking ball missing outside. 1-2. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th for the CageRats. In game 1, it was the beginning, and now they're just nickel-diming the Pioneers until they're broke. And a fastball reached for and hit foul again. Esposito hanging in there now. A ball and 2 strikes. Kellner pitches, and Esposito checks his swing on a pitch high. No, he did not go. That evens the count. Isaiah Gibbs on deck. Another theme of this game, the Pioneers have stranded 8 so far. That's not including the runner doubled off first in last inning. And a breaking ball freezes him. Strike 3 called at the knees. Strikeout number 6 on the day for Kellner. Buckled him with the breaking ball, and Esposito not happy with himself, but he heads back to the dugout. Now Isaiah Gibbs. Gibbs hit a line drive that sailed on Holden Yatzloud, the center fielder. And he swings and hits a shot right at the shortstop Wilson, inning over. He didn't even have to move his feet. And Isaiah Gibbs is retired for the first time this game. On to the 8th inning, 3 up, 3 down, go the Pios. The score is 6-1. They trail on the West Coast scoreboard.
Fender bender, hailstorm, couldn't stop on the ice in time. After everyone is safe, Scottsbluff Body and Paint should be the first call you make. There isn't a better shop in the area. Our highly skilled team is experienced at performing all auto body repair and paint jobs. Stop by anytime and speak to one of our technicians, and we'll do a full inspection to show you just how little our repair services will cost you. Our work is not complete until your car is safe and you're on the road again. Call today, Scottsbluff Body and Paint, 225-6408.
Life
and businesses. Money that helps fund a stronger and prosperous community for us all to enjoy and live in. At Platte Valley Bank, we are here to help build and support the community we love being a part of. We believe that together, we can make great things happen. Platte Valley Bank.
Free FM.
New pitcher for the Pioneers in relief of Jacob Malazzi. It is going to be Archer Blumershine. He made one appearance and he did very well against North Platte. A pair of strikeouts in his 1 inning of work. A high leverage guy from Alabama. He's got a pretty deceptive delivery. And he is one of a couple Western Nebraska Community College guys in for Brandon Nelson. He's got good stuff. Sinker, slider, fastball, a pretty high 3/4 release. He'll face Jake Pacheco, followed by the top of the lineup. With the Pios trailing 6-1 here in the 8th inning. Ryan's Welding selling PJ Texas trailers in a wide variety of sizes, as well as offering a full-service welding shop. Ryan's Welding here. 8th inning, 6-1. A deficit that looms ever larger with every passing inning. Blumershine, facing Jake Pacheco, and he takes a strike at the knees.
At the plate for the CageRats, left fielder number 6, Jake Pacheco.
So Malazzi Zay is done. He and Tyler Bryant not performing to their potential. The 1-strike pitch on the way is hit very hard on one big bounce to second base. Orr is up with it. He takes his time and slings it to first. Out number 1.
Now at the plate, center fielder number 13, Holden Yatzlaw.
So now Holden Yatzlaw. Yatzlaw, left-handed batter, open stance. The pitch, and he swings and shoots one foul up and out of play. Yatzlaw is one of 2 men not to have been retired as of yet. He has been walked twice, doubled, scored a run, and drove in a run. So he's had a hand in every rally that they've put together so far. There's a slider in there at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Yatzlaw waits. Now the pitch from Blumershine is swung on and missed, strike 3. A turbo slider down and in. Almost Blake Trinan style. First strikeout of the game. And that's the 10th punch out for the Pioneers pitching staff today. And up next, it is going to be Blake Wilson. Nobody on, 2 men out. Wilson singled to drive in a run and has struck out twice. He's 1 for 4 today. Blumershine makes him swing and miss. Another turbo slider down in the zone. That's a really good pitch. From that high 3/4 release, he's got the fastball, and now that slider has a great deal of bite. The 0-1 from the stretch is swung on and missed again. Wilson, tonight's K-man, in danger of wearing the hat. Taking his time to get set, Bloomershine. Kicks and deals, and it is just a bit low. Tried that slider again and nearly got Blake Wilson to buckle. But on a check swing, he very easily held up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boston Kellner, tonight's pitcher, on deck. He looks to go back to the mound for the 8th inning. Here's the stretch, and it is popped up high on the right side in foul ground. The catcher laying over, and he reaches out and he can't get it. That was near the on-deck circle. Lang was really out of room, and he could see the whites of Boston Kellner's eyes as he stood over there, tried to get out of the way. Still 1-2, and second life for Blake Wilson. 6-1, the Pios trail here in the top of the 8th. Bloomershine deals is 1-2, and it's strike 3 called. Filthy slider at the knees to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Go CageRats baseball for the first time this game. We head to the last of the 8th inning. 6-1, the Pioneers trail at Oregon Trail Park on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Team GMC, we promise you cannot buy the wrong vehicle. We want our customers to feel confident in their purchase decision. Most vehicles come with a 7-day, 500-mile, no-questions-asked guarantee. That's right. Most vehicle purchases come with a 7-day, 500-mile, no-questions-asked guarantee. Team GMC. No games, no gimmicks. You just can't buy the wrong vehicle. Team GMC in Scottsbluff. Shop online right now at teamautocenter.net. GMC, we are professional grade.
Look like a team, work like a team with professional uniforms from Ideal Linen and Uniform. Shirts, pants, coveralls, lab coats, scrubs, cook shirts, aprons, and much more. Ideal also offers flame-retardant garments and feature the Ideal Connect tracking system. So when your uniforms are sent for laundry service, they will be tracked and returned professionally, cleaned and pressed. For a free quote and to see our entire line, go to ideallinen.com or stop by 506 South Beltline Highway in Scottsbluff. Locally owned and operated for over 100 years.
Are today's interest rates holding you back from buying a home of your own? Hi, my name is Jennifer Yurdialis, and I'm a loan officer at Castle & Cook Mortgage. I'm excited to introduce our newest promotion, Simplify. With Simplify, you can buy a home today and refinance later without our lender fees. This promotion is active for 36 months after you purchase your new home through us, giving you time and flexibility to refinance when it's right for you. If you're ready to make the leap into home ownership, give me a call at 308-220-0503.
Jennifer Yurdialis, NMLS ID 1059626. Not all who apply will qualify. Equal housing lender, Castle & Cook Mortgage, LLC, NMLS ID 1251.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
The home 8th will begin with Hunter McCollum up against Boston Kellner, who is still out there for his 8th inning of work. 6-1, the Pioneers are trailing. McCollum, who was hit by a pitch in his previous trip, wears another one right in his right hip. He throws the bat down in frustration, along with his leg guard. And that one, I don't know who that frustration was directed toward. But that's the second time he's been hit by a pitch, and maybe, just maybe, that's the spark that the Pioneers are looking for. Now Michael Asensio. Asensio 0 for 2 with the walk today. This is the spot where the Pioneers really need to start to click. The first pitch, runner takes off, breaking ball for a strike. The throw to second is very high, and that allows McCollum to slide in safely. So even trailing by 5, McCollum thought he had a good jump, and he did. And ultimately, the high throw by Nick Carlson was what allowed that to be a little bit easier of a taken bag than was expected. Asensio now up with the runner at second. The pitch is a swing and a miss, 0-2, after he took the curveball for a strike. It's a bit late to try to start chipping away. It's now it's time to start thinking about a big inning if you're the Pioneers. That's been how they've scored in previous games, as Asensio swings it, fouls a fastball back. There were 3 occasions, or 4 if you count yesterday, where the Pioneers have been able to put more than 4 runs up. They trail by 5. And this is the spot in the game. They're down to their final 6 outs, where you have to start taking quality at-bats, and they have to translate into hits and runs. The 0-2 to Asensio is swung on and missed strike 3. He chased a fastball above the letters. And Boston Kellner keeps mowing them down as fast as they can stand up. This guy is only a junior in high school, and he's made some Division I batters make some bad swing decisions here today. Now Aiden Orr. Orr, runner at second, nobody out, or one man out after the strikeout. Orr, the lefty, waits and fouls the first pitch right off his front shin. He's all right. He doesn't need too long to resettle himself. But it's 0-1 and a very painful means by which that was achieved. Orr is has reached base once in 3 trips. That was by way of a walk. 0 for 2. And a breaking ball, a bit upstairs. That didn't miss by much from Kellner. McCollum is at second after he was hit by a pitch and stole a base. Here's the stretch. Inside. It's hard to tell somebody to stay in there when a ball's coming at your ribs or your shins, your kneecaps, your thighs, or anywhere really. In the low 90s. But right now for the Pios, the mode of operations is any way you can. The 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Jacob Lang waits out on deck. The Pioneers in a spot where they need to string some base runners together. If not base runners, walks. If not walks, hit batsmen. They are not within striking distance, down by 5 in the 8th. The pitch. Breaking ball called, strike 2. And Kellner has established that he can throw his secondary pitches in any count. The shortstop, Wilson, lying behind the base runner McCollum at second. The 3-2 is swung and rolled foul down the first base line, out of play.
That foul ball brought to you by our friends at Extreme Dents.
Boston Kellner on the mound again here in the 8th inning. He's up 6-1. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th. It was a nice inning for Archer Blumershine in the 8th inning, but with much lower leverage, I don't know. Big hill to climb for the Pios. The pitch is taken low and inside, ball 4. Good breaking ball, just missed. And Orr, despite being hitless today, has his second walk. Tad Rita out from the mound, and perhaps, hopefully for the Pioneers, that'll just be enough to chase him from this game. 2 runners on, 1 man out here in the 8th inning, down by 5. Tad Rita out on the mound, and he'll make the motion for the right-hander. Finally a change. So the Pioneers will be back with more information in just a moment. For now, the score is 6-1. The Pioneers are trailing on the West Coast scoreboard.
Intralinks has been supporting computer systems in our area for over 20 years. Intralinks can review your systems and your expenses to help your bottom line. Intralinks also installs low-voltage wiring, IP-based camera systems, and IP-based phone systems. With Intralinks on your side, technology isn't an obstacle, it's an opportunity for your business. Call Intralinks today to schedule your free 1-hour consultation. 632-6590. That's 632-6590.
Just as the river ebbs and flows, so does life, and Riverstone Bank is here to be your life coach. Hi, I'm Christy Peterson, and with almost 13 years of lending experience, I would love to be able to help you crest any wave you are facing. Whether you are in need of a commercial or personal loan, I am here to support you. Stop into Riverstone Bank at 1540 10th Street in Gearing, and let's talk. We're local, and we love our community. Riverstone Bank, member FDIC.
Byers Realty has been helping people in the community find their dream home since 1994. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, our friendly team will put in the work to reach the finish line. We also do property management for buildings in Scottsbluff, Gearing, and beyond. You can find an extensive list of our properties by visiting our website at callbyersrealty.com or visit us at our Scottsbluff offices on Avenue B, next to Bumper. Panhandle's best, Byers Realty. Community strong, community proud. We have what you're looking for.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
So now Lane Harris, the right-hander who we saw in Game 1 of this series, he takes the mound for the second time in this 3-game series, which has really been condensed to 2 games after Game 2. The originally scheduled one was more or less rained out and rescheduled. Lane Harris able to secure the win for the Colorado Springs CageRats earlier on in this series in relief of the starting pitcher in that contest. So a familiar face, but not necessarily for a good reason. At this point in the game, anybody but Boston is the mode of operations. Jacob Lang with 2 men on in a 5-run ball game, a chance to cut that deficit down. Lang, lots of power, has singled once today and takes an outside fastball for a strike. Austin Burkhoff waiting out on deck would be next. 2 on, 1 out. Infield double play depth. The first baseman Tate playing in on the grass, not holding on the runner, who is Aiden Orr. The pitch on the way. In the dirt with the fastball, 1-1. The problem with a guy like Lane Harris, he is still a very good pitcher. The pitch is swung and popped up on the infield. The infield fly rule likely to be whistled for here, and it is by the home plate umpire before the shortstop Wilson makes the catch. So Lang continues to struggle, and it is 2 men gone now for Austin Burkhoff. Runners no longer enough. They have to turn into runs scored. 6-1 the Pios trail. The problem with a guy like Harris coming on after Kellner is that his stuff looks more or less average compared to a guy, with a nasty release and 3 great pitches. There's a called strike on the outside corner to Austin Burkhoff. McCollum at second or at first. Here's the pitch. Check swing on the ball in the dirt. The runner from second takes off, and with the head first slide, McCollum into third base, uncontested. So a risky decision there. Aiden Orr does not follow suit. But now, a base hit or a CageRats mistake could send home the second run of the day. The pitch is swung and bounced to short. Back on it, it is Wilson who slings it towards second base with Hansen covering, and the inning is over. So possibly that runner moving from second to third, enabling Wilson to play more to his position. The Pioneers strand their 9th and 10th runners without recording a hit as we head to the 9th inning. The Pioneers are trailing 6-1 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Taylor is not great at making decisions.
Please do not ever ask me to pick what to watch on Netflix.
Which is why she likes Runza.
Oh yeah, I like my golden hot crinkle fries, I like my homemade onion rings, and frings, which is when you get both together.
No tough decisions there. Now, do you dip them in ketchup or our homemade ranch?
How could you do this to me?
Sorry. Come get our famous fries, onion rings, or both today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
The Simmons Olson Law Firm has been a proud member of the Scottsbluff-Gearing community for decades. The 10 lawyers and 8 staff members are committed to the Panhandle. The Simmons Olson Law Firm sets the standard in legal representation to help you solve problems and provides help and monetary support to many organizations in our community, whether supporting our student athletes in schools or the many organizations that help those in need. The lawyers and staff of the Simmons Olson Law Firm are committed to making our communities thrive.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes over 300 different high-performance lubricants, including fuel conditioners, hydraulic and transmission fluid, and more. We've been helping customers improve their operations for more than 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and can even deliver right to your door to offer excellent service and value. Our products are made to exceedingly extend drain and grease intervals to reduce maintenance and labor costs to improve the budget. Whether you're in a factory, farm fleet, or like to go fast, Hydrotex is here to help. Visit your local Hydrotex dealer in person or online today.
0.3 FM.
9th inning, sponsored by Floyd's Truck Center, your commercial farm and feed truck center representing Freightliner, Western Star, and Harsh at 322 South Beltline Highway, East in Scottsbluff. Archer Bloomershine back on the mound facing Lane Harris, who takes a strike at the knees. Harris came on in relief of Boston Kellner as a pitcher and now will hit for himself. There's a strike at the knees. Harris, right-handed batter, swings and hits one gently on the ground to first. A nice Sunday hop for Asensio. Takes a couple of steps to his left to the bag in time for out number 1. Nice quick out for Archer Bloomersheim, who looks very good. This is his first multi-inning appearance of the year. And now let's see what he makes of Matthew Lemke. Lemke, right-handed batter, is one base hit away from going this entire series without being made into an out. There's a big curveball, first one of those we've seen from Bloomersheim, and it snaps in there at the knees for a called strike 1. 6-1, the Pioneers trail here in the 9th inning. Bloomersheim deals, and a slider swung and bounced to short. Charging in is Burkhoff across the diamond. He throws in time. And finally, at long last, Matthew Lemke in his 5th official at-bat, and I believe what is close to his 10th plate appearance, is finally retired.
Now at bat, second baseman number 28, Matt Hansen.
So leave it to Archer for making quick work of the toughest out on either team this game. And now Matt Hansen, and he takes a sinking fastball down low. A ball, no strikes. Hansen is hitless today. He reached base once on an intentional walk and unfortunately proceeded to come around to score. There's a swing and a foul back on a fastball. It's 1-1. The difference between the CageRats and the Pios today has been execution with runners on base. 6-1, the CageRats lead. The Pioneers have stranded double-digit runners, and the ball bounces in. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Not in my house.
2-1 the count. The pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. Good sinking fastball down and out of the strike zone. Matt Hansen in danger of striking out for the second time. 2-2. Top of the 9th, 6-1, Pios trail. Bloomersheim delivers. And a sinking fastball just missing down and out of the zone. A good spot for that pitch, a competitive offering, but not good enough to induce a swing from Hansen. Bloomersheim's payoff pitch. He kicks and deals, and it's swung on and missed, strike 3. So Bloomersheim's outing likely concludes with a strikeout. 3 on the day for the right-hander. We head to the last of the 9th. It is the Pioneers trailing 6-1 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Here in the middle of the 9th, CageRats 6, Pios 1.
So we're going to stay with you here as we are already through our round of live reads. It's going to be Lane Harris on the mound for CageRats baseball. Kind of to give you a summary, the Pioneers have threatened, but they have not scored in all but 1 frame. That was in the 3rd, and it took the help of a defensive miscue by the center fielder Holden Yatzlau. That was a line drive hit by Isaiah Gibbs that he started in on and just sailed over his head. So if were it not for that, it's likely that the Pios would have been shut out to this point. 6-1 they trail. And Lane Harris a chance to slam the door for CageRats. This is the final of the 3-game set after yesterday was rained out. That second game with the Pioneers leading 10-0 was ultimately postponed to when the Pios visit Colorado Springs June 13th and 14th. We'll resume yesterday's game as part of a doubleheader with, that game will continue with runners at first and third, 1 out, and the Pioneers up 10-0. Tomorrow, the Pios play North Platte on the road, their first road game of the year after this 6-game homestand wraps up. That'll begin at 5:35 p.m. Mountain Time. That'll be on KNEB. With the pregame show commencing at about 5:20. North Platte will come to Gering on Tuesday, the 30th of May, 6:35 p.m. Mountain Time, the first pitch. So, Lane Harris delivers a first pitch breaking ball to Garrett Fisher. Fisher's hit 2 balls hard today, and He rolls one on the ground to the left side. A nice tough hop for the third baseman, Peary. He throws wide at first, and it trickles away. And wisely, not far enough, Garrett Fisher turns the correct direction and heads back to first. So it's going to be interesting how they score that. Likely an error. That just, without explanation, pulled Tate off the bag. First error of the game for either side. And Tanner Peary. Unexpected life for Coy Carpenter, who's the top of the lineup against Lane Harris. The pitch on the way is a called strike, generously so on the outside corner. Carpenter 1 for 4. Trying to get on base and hit the ball hard somewhere against Harris. The high leg kick and the pitch outside and low. That one very obviously a ball, and it's 1-1. Fisher off of first base. Tate holding. The pitch is swung on and flied out of play. Down the left side, and it's 1-2. The Pioneers have a chance in this one, however remote. They trail 6-1 here in the home ninth. Harris sets. Now he deals, and the Carpenter fouls one off out of play again. Doing well just to stay alive in this one. Garrett Fisher aboard at first. After the error on the third baseman, Peary, the pitch. And Carpenter swings and hits one through the right side, a base hit. Coming to second, stopping there, Fisher. Rounding first and then heading back, of course, Coy Carpenter. He just dug one out and hit one right past the reach of Ben Tate, the first baseman. Second hit of the game for Carpenter. And hopefully the Pioneers putting something together for Garrett Esposito. Esposito singled in the first. And he was stranded at third. The same can be said for all but one hitter. Carpenter himself now at first base. Ahead of the right-handed batting Esposito. Harris's first pitch is fouled out of play. Looks like Esposito reached that one a little bit. No balls into strike. The Pioneers just need to keep the line moving. A swing, no matter how big, will be ineffectual with the game as it stands. 6-1 they trail. And Esposito swings and misses, chases badly at a slider in the dirt, and it's 0-2. A big hole in the right side with Ben Tate playing in on the grass and the second baseman, Hansen, holding on the runner. The pitch and a pop-up on the infield, right on the edge of the outfield grass. The infield fly rule is finally called, with Wilson ending up making the play anyway. And it looks like that Esposito is trying to do a bit too much, and now Isaiah Gibbs just trying to keep the line moving. The powerful right-hander up for the 5th time today. He's 3 for 4. He drove in a run with the triple, the only run of the game for the Pios, and he takes in the dirt. Smothered nicely by Carlson. 1-0. Hunter McCollum out on deck, who's been hit by a pitch twice today. Harris likes the sign he gets from Carlson. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul out of play. Just spins over the netting, and it's 1-1. A 5-run deficit for the Pios, despite even with the CageRats today in hits. A look at second. Here's the stretch. And a hard hit ball, foul. Just outside the first baseline, 1-2. That was hit very sharply by Harris, a breaking ball in the lower part of the zone. Ninth inning. The Pios down to their final 2 outs. A ground ball at somebody could mean both. Infield double play depth. Fisher at second. Carpenter at first. The pitch is swung and grounded on one big bounce to the third baseman. Peary throws to second for 1. The throw back to first in the dirt. Picked up and dropped by the first baseman, Tate. On the play, Fisher advances to third. So a serendipitous fielder's choice. And The Pios have second life here in the ninth. Hunter McCollum, the last chance again, this time with runners at the corners. The first offering is swung and fouled straight back. McCollum's timing has not quite been there today. A couple of at-bats against Kellner, officially anyway, he was hit by a pitch twice, and is now facing Harris. The signature RBI man for the Pios swings and misses, strike two. And now they're down to possibly their final pitch. Hunter McCollum. Slightly open stance in the right-handed batter's box, waiting. Runners lead at first and third. The pitch is swung on and missed, strike three, and the ball game is over. So the Pios go down without a whimper here in the ninth. 2 runners aboard, but neither of them come across to score. That was the story of the game today. They end this contest with 12 left on base. So this was a very frustrating finish to a frustrating series. And ultimately, regardless of the outcome of yesterday's game once it's finalized, they will have lost the series and fall to 3-2. And they end up one above 500 on this homestand. They play North Platte tomorrow on the road, and a home game scheduled for Tuesday night at home. But for now, we'll come back in a moment on our Runza postgame show. Final score 6-1. The Pioneers drop this one on the West Coast scoreboard.
It's time to change up your pizza nights because Papa Murphy's now offers calzones. Whether you try their Buffalo Ranch chicken, pepperoni, and mozzarella or create your own, each one is hand-braided and filled with the freshest ingredients tucked into their scratch-made dough. Then you bake it to golden perfection so you can enjoy it hot out of your oven. It's the perfect addition to every take-and-bake occasion. So get your hands on a calzone today from Papa Murphy's. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Ask Shelter agent Travis Hawk about Shelter's home insurance options.
It takes a lot to run your business, and a lot has changed. What hasn't changed is the professional partnership with your business in E&H CPAs and Management Consultants. When you include our team, we will develop a plan to assist you with your accounting, tax planning, valuation services, and even litigation support and exit planning. Then you can focus on day-to-day responsibilities. Troy Hilliard will guide your business into the future. E&H CPAs and Management Consultants PC. Innovative, trusted, proven. 308-633-6800.
Garden Fresh Strawberry Sweetness at Perkins. You know it the moment you step in the door. Perkins Restaurant and Bakery welcomes you, and right now enjoy Perkins Strawberry Freshtival. Strawberry waffles, French toast, pancakes, and crepes. Fresh strawberry, walnut, and grilled chicken salad, and end your meal with a piece of fresh strawberry pie. Summer means strawberries at Perkins. You come to the right place. Perkins Restaurant and Bakery. Bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest. Highway 26 and Avenue B in Scottsbluff.
Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Scottsbluff supports the Western Nebraska Pioneers, treating your chiropractic needs from newborn to 100 years old. Dr. Levi Boland can treat all your hurts, pains, aches, and injuries. If you're experiencing pain in your head, neck, shoulders, arms, mid, or lower back, or down your legs, call for an appointment today. Advantage Chiropractic is also fully certified with Optum VA. If you know a veteran that needs chiropractic care, call Levi today. Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture, 308-633-1425. Go Pios.
At Russell's Automotive in Scottsbluff, they believe in providing the best auto repair services and warranties to their customers. That's why they're excited to announce their new coast-to-coast nationwide warranty through the Certified Auto Repair Network. With every repair they make, you'll receive a 36-month or 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor honored nationwide. Their ASE certified technicians use the latest diagnostic tools and equipment to make sure your car is running like new. And with their new nationwide warranty, you can travel worry-free knowing that you're covered no matter where you go. So come on down to Russell's Automotive in Scottsbluff today and experience the best in auto repair services and warranty. Call them now to schedule your appointment.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
It's time now for the Runza Postgame Show, presented by Runza Restaurants. Runza makes a great stop before or after every game. Win or lose, Runza makes it all better.
So time now for our Runza postgame show. I'm Carson Trail from the Logos broadcast booth. The Pioneers dropped a very frustrating 2 games to CageRats Baseball of Colorado. This final score of 6-1. The winning pitcher, deservedly so, Boston Kellner, throwing 7.2 innings, allowing 8 hits, 1 run, striking out 7 and walking 3. The losing pitcher is surprisingly Tyler Bryant. 5 innings of not really his best work. He really had to put his nose to the grindstone and still only allowed 3 runs. But he was chased from the game much earlier than the Pios would have liked. 5th inning is still reasonable, but some very tenacious at-bats from the CageRats today proved to be decisive. The scoring began in the 1st inning with an RBI double from, or rather a double from Boston Kellner and a 2-run double by Matthew Lemke, or a 2-run single by Lemke. Lemke was a tough out following the double by Boston Kellner that really set the tone. On the mound and in the batter's box, the sensation, only a junior in high school, managed to make short work of the Pioneers for the rest of the game. At least that's how the scoreboard would look. He really had to kind of work for his outs toward the end, but there was not really a point where the Pioneers really felt like that they were making a comeback. They stranded a total of 12 runners in this game. Things continued to worsen for Tyler Bryant. An RBI single from the shortstop Blake Wilson made it 3-0. CageRats after 2. Isaiah Gibbs struck back in what was really the only sign of life from the Pioneers in the home 3rd inning. A single by Garrett Fisher after that he was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. A single from Carpenter and a triple by Isaiah Gibbs, albeit that was just a line drive that sailed on the center fielder Holden Yatzlau. So Gibbs able to take advantage of the break, but nothing further for the Pioneers in that inning. Hunter McCollum lined one right at the 3rd baseman, Peary, as that would draw things to conclusion. The game was 3-1, and that deficit seemed much larger than it was, although it would at one point widen to 6. 2 were stranded in the 4th and 3 in the 5th for the Pioneers. They left them loaded against Boston Kellner. And, you know, the theme for them is they haven't been able to get any kind of momentum. They landed a punch, or few, in yesterday's game before it was rained out, but ultimately it was a premature conclusion to that game, the rain out, and that really just stopped the Pioneers right in their tracks. The key to this game was that they would carry the momentum from yesterday's finish into today, but sadly that was not really the case. The deficit would widen in the 6th inning when Yatzlau again came up and hit an RBI double against Jacob Malazzi. 2 more came to score on what ended up being the backbreaker, a 2-run double by Tanner Peary. That was off of Malazzi as well, not his best outing, allowing a trio of earned runs. And Lane Harris came in and just slammed the door. The final line scores 6 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error coming in the 9th inning for the CageRats. 1 run, 9 hits, no errors, and 12 men left on base for the Pioneers. We'll be back with our Taco John's Player of the Game in just a moment on our Runza Postgame show in just a moment.
Wells Fargo Advisors has been built around a deep respect for planning. Our commitment to helping you plan effectively, invest wisely, and map a realistic course to your future is nowhere more evident than our Envision planning process. Put the process to work for you, and we'll be with you every step of the way. Call financial advisor Ryan Windhorst today at 632-7561. That's 632-7561.
Investment in insurance products not FDIC insured, no bank guarantee, may lose value. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC.
The lot is filling back up at Ryan's Welding and Trailer Sales in Scottsbluff. Lots of options from dump trailers and bumper pull dumps to equipment tilt, super wides, car haulers, and utility. Ryan's is also a full-service welding and fabrication shop. Stop by 1110 Avenue B in Scottsbluff or call 308-575-0710 to find what you're looking for. If it's not in stock, they'll get it for you. Let these hardworking PJ trailers go to work for you. Built in Texas to hold up to the hardworking professional using them. Come see the quality for yourself.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
KNEB 960 AM and 100.3 FM.
Second half of our Runza postgame show coming right up. First, our Taco John's Player of the Game. Their Player of the Game is brought to you by Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gehring. Make Taco John's a game day tradition by unwrapping the original before or after every game. The Player of the Game for the Pioneers is going to go to Isaiah Gibbs, a 3-for-5 performance for him. Some of the best at-bats of the day taken by the powerful right-handed batter. And he finishes 3-for-5 with 2 singles and a triple. And the only run batted in today for the Pios. Let's take a look at what's next. Tomorrow, the 29th of May, the Pioneers visit the North Platte Plainsmen, their in-state rivals. The game will begin at 5:35 p.m. Mountain Time. Of course, that part of Nebraska is on Central Time. The pregame show will commence at about 5:20 on KNEB, with the starter to be announced. After that, the Plainsmen will pay Gehring a visit. 6:35 p.m. Mountain Time first pitch, with once more the starters to be announced. Off days Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday, the Hayes Larks pay a visit for a 2-game homestand to open the month of June. That's a look at what's next. And once again, the Pioneers drop a frustrating one here at home to fall to 3-2 on their season. Once more, 6-1, they fall to the CageRats. And on a rather somber and frustrating note, good night to the good folks of Gehring, Scottsbluff, and Terrytown. Pioneers baseball will return soon on KNEB 960 AM, 100.3 FM, and KNEB.com. This has been our Runza postgame show. Runza doesn't like to think of themselves as just another restaurant in town. They like to think of themselves as a part of the community. Runza, with locations in Scottsbluff, Gehring, Chadron, and Alliance. Thank you very much for listening again. I'm Carson Trail from the Logos broadcast booth. More baseball tomorrow against North Platte when we return.
When you decide to sell your car, there are so